was to these guys.
Aaron.
And they all know. Yeah, it was on the backside of one of those, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't have a bag and a board for it, so I stuck 2 in 1.
Yeah.
And I was watching you on the video,
you found it.
and you were holding it here, and you were looking at the invoice here, and all you had to do was just do that. And you go, oh, there it is, but you never did.
Hey, that's something I need to figure out real quick. Oh, we're live. There you go. Well, I've got the two of you here, whether we're live or not.
I thought this was.
Huh?
I thought this was a new thing you were doing, Darren, because you missed a comic out in my batch as well. I thought it was a new service you were providing to test people. To make sure.
Yours was a genuine slip-up, but it might be a thing. Instead of putting free gifts in, I'll take free gifts back from one per order.
There you go. No free gifts.
Well, this was the best comic in the pack. This is I've shared this with the Alan Class group because this is actually a reprint of Strange Tales 113.
Yeah.
So that's a Human Torch. This is a Jack Kirby cover. So I shared this with the Alan Class group, and they're all saying £2.66.
Very cheap, mate. Exactly.
And the condition of that thing, I mean, geez.
The front's fine, the back's a bit ropey.
Okay.
Yeah. But those, when I first got those, Mark, I think probably the same group, the Alan Class group, they said, yeah, you should sell them roughly about £3 each. So I thought, hey, it's Bill, hey!
Hey!
And so I stuck them up at £3 each, and I instantly, bang, about 10 were gone, like within seconds.
Yeah,
and then the rest of them have been difficult to sell. So
yeah,
I learned my lesson.
Yeah. Hey, what's significant about Strange Tales 113?
It stars Plankman.
Frogman.
What's significant about it is who's not in it.
Doctor Strange. Not in it.
Doctor Strange is not in it.
Not in 113. But he's in 110,
11, 12, and 14 and 15.
So I was just showing this bill, which I picked up today.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
So that's a reprint of Strange Tales 113. And
I love it. I love it.
It's fantastic.
That was a bargain from
sell it to him. Sell it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And the timeline on that is around 1964, right?
Yeah, it would have been. Sometimes Alan reprinted them quite quickly.
Yeah.
So this would have been probably within a year of when the original came out.
Yeah.
Because that's an early-ish Creepy Worlds, and Creepy Worlds started in 60, I think. So this would have been about 64.
Yeah. But yeah, while I'm thinking of it, while you two are on here, I want to see if this is going to be okay, because I'm putting together a Darren stack. Do I ship 2 separate packages to England, or can I ship one to Mark and then you forward it on to Darren and we figure out from there?
That's what I was hoping too. Well, but I'm still sending Mark's care package, which is long overdue, but if I want to send if I wanted to send something to Gray or Darren, could I throw a couple things in with that, Mark?
Yeah, I'll forward them on. Yeah. Well, if it's for Gray, I'll just give them to him because I'll see him on February the 3rd. So if you get it to me before February the 3rd, I'll be seeing Gray at the London Comic Mart, so I can just hand them over.
Great.
I'm okay with whatever you want to do, but perhaps we just ought to. I mean, look, I'm so busy doing orders at the minute. It's going to take me another week to clear them away. After that week, I can start to talk about prices and stuff, because there's no point sending stuff for me if we're not going to do deals.
Yeah.
No, I was sending you something, not for the trade. I was going to send you a book. I'm going to get some more of my Neil Adams books, and I was going to send you one.
Yeah.
The one I wrote.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm long overdue for my signed copy of that too. There,
I know. I have to get Alex to send me some.
Darren, as much as I'd love to send you 1,000 books, there is no doubt in my mind that FF48 and that X-Men 101 are very high priority for me. So even if we do this in segments, I want to get the bigger ones, but I'm going to pull out something later to just blow your mind, because I wasn't kidding when I said I went out and got a Darren pile.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that don't worry about seeing that Fantastic Four on Facebook. That's just who was I talking to? Was it Bill I was talking to? But I won't repeat what the phrase is about what that book is.
Yeah,
it's an advert. It's an eBay advert. It's not intended to be sold there.
yeah.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch it with that Strange Tales 110 or the Avengers one to continue to be an advert. That one is yours, and no one can get it.
There you go.
Great.
And then
But
with
Mark,
Mark, I mean, I've got some high priorities with him, but I need to hammer out some specifics. And
I have had a disaster, I'm afraid, with Mark with your comics.
What's happened?
Uh-oh.
Didn't realise that a couple of them were on the shop and somebody bought them.
What? The Flash?
Yeah. Those really old Miller ones, they were really grubby. They were like number 1 and 2 and 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
They've been on the shop for like ages, and some guy bought them, and I had to send them, so they've gone. I'm sorry.
Drat.
Sorry. I mean, if there's any consolation, they were cheap, but at the same time, they were terribly, terribly rusty and falling apart and everything.
Fair enough. All right.
So they really were flaking apart.
I do quite like a reasonable level of condition, so I probably might not, if I come up and see them, I might not take them.
Yeah, I think these were as low could go without being in pieces,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
yeah.
Fair
And
enough.
greetings to Entropy and Tony. Tony listening in his car again.
I've got to ask you, right? So, and it's up to you guys, right? You guys have priority because you shouted first. This was something that Gray wanted, but and then Kyle said I might try and put that into the deal I'm coming up with Darren. This was the Green Lantern one. You remember the Green Lantern one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've got someone who wants to buy it for cash.
Get the cash.
Get the
Are you
cash.
sure?
Get the cash.
I mean-
For me, get the cash. Yeah.
Get the cash.
All right,
I'd love to forward it to Gray, but get the cash.
Okay.
So
All right, no problem.
I'll give him
he's
some other
got
stuff.
cash,
I got him a 1958 Superman, which I still have to send Ray. That I've got his book sitting there waiting for it.
What are you eating, Gray?
What happened now?
You don't know what you're eating?
Hopefully, I'm going to talk Ray out of some X-Men because I got a stack of Journey into Mystery about that thick. So
Wow.
I want Journey into Mystery. That's a good one. The old ones.
yeah. I gave Mark first priority, and he was.
We have a lot of Charltons here.
And I thought, well, Ray wants them, so I might let him.
Nice. I like those ones, Bill.
Too many of us want them.
We've
got a ton of them. You never know what we're going to come up with here.
You need to get. I know, but I like that as well. You need to get on. You need to start selling on the internet, mate, because
We're going to. Yeah, that's what Darren and I talked on New Year's Eve for about an hour and a half about that very topic.
Okay.
So and he's doing a very nice job of schooling me. Check these out.
Those are nice as well. I like Metamorpho.
Yeah. Now these are important today. Why? Because today Ramona Fredone at age 97 decided she was finally going to retire and take more commission.
Good. I thought you said she died. I thought she was going to say she
died. No. Still alive and well at 97.
So is that issue 1 and 2, or is that the 2 Brave and the Bold?
I have 1 and 2 somewhere here. This is yeah. That's 1 and 3.
1 and 3. Okay.
1.
I need the Brave and the Bold.
You put him in my pile, mate. Put him in my pile.
Oh yeah, this is number 6.
They're looking good, those, Bill.
What's that?
They're looking good shape, those.
They are in really good shape, actually. Yeah, they're in really nice shape. The one has a little a few issues on the spine, but nothing really major.
Nice.
It's still in really nice shape.
Yeah.
Here's some. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a ton of these. Not a ton, but
give me your best price, Tim.
And then this one is
I've started taking
number 11. I forgot he went up that high.
Bill, what's your best price on that?
On this one,
17 or something.
On the 17,
like the number 1.
On the number 1,
I think it was like 17 or 18.
I'll make you a good deal on it. I'll have to ask. I can make you a good deal. I know.
Yeah, it's great. It wanted it. I was just chiming in for him.
No, yeah, no. I'll get. And then did I already show? Yeah, I already showed that one. And then number 5 and number 10. Now, okay, here's what freaks me out.
Brilliant.
It is the later ones. They weren't Steve Ditko, but they weren't Fredone, but they look like Steve Ditko. That looks so much like the Scorpion from Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're right.
Even the stance and everything. I'm gonna have to figure these out because, like, is this one? Yeah, this one definitely looks like Ditko too. If you look at that character,
yeah, it does. Yeah,
in the foreground. So I'm gonna have, and he was working there at the time. So it may be, but I'm gonna have to crack some.
Maybe
of these
he
up.
did the layouts or something.
Everyone.
What's that? What'd you say?
Me or has Kyle disappeared for everybody? Is it just me or has Kyle disappeared for everybody?
No, I see Kyle.
No, we're good on Kyle.
I can see him. Montgomery.
All I've got is a black screen.
The 4th.
Where Kyle used to be.
Lord Vogon, Poet Excelsior.
So stupid. You and your poetry, man.
I'm not sure that.
You're talking.
I'm not sure that Gray's in phase with us. Can we everyone hold their hand up now to see if we're in phase? See, Gray's not holding his hand up, so I think he's set.
There he
is. So he may be a few seconds behind us. I'm not sure.
You got a lag going on, buddy.
I'm gonna refresh my page.
You laggard.
Laggard, yeah.
You laggard. But no, and then here's something I wanted to show y'all if I can find it now. I probably buried it under the. I didn't realize that when Marvel did the giant size, I didn't realize that they did some of their reprint books, like Marvel Triple Action. Yeah, I didn't realize. I guess they did, but I didn't realize they did reprint books,
which are harder to come by because nobody wanted them.
Yeah, and I've never. I don't know if I've even saw this when it came out. But I've
never seen that.
You do?
I've not seen it.
Oh, you've not? Yeah,
nice
and that's
cover.
why I'm like freaked out. Yeah, number 1, but I do not remember them having any of the reprint.
They've got no resale value at all. It's very sad.
Yeah, probably not. Probably none at all. Yeah, no, I'm sure that's probably the case. But I've never seen one, and it's got the first. I think it's the first. It's the first appearance of Nightmare in there, which was, what was that? That wasn't 110, was it, Kyle?
Yep.
Was Nightmare in the first story?
Yep.
Okay. I thought so, but then I talked myself out of it. And then we've got yet more.
How's business been this week?
Oh, that's a beauty.
Business is not. Business has still not been great. Yeah. I mean, we're just we need to advertise, I think, but we'll see. I mean, the thing is we had a really good sale over the weekend and hardly sold anything.
In the UK, if anyone said to me that they were going to open a brick,
is it a brand new shop?
What's that?
Gray, go ahead.
This is the famous
brand new shop.
It's not brand new. No, it's been here for about a year and a half. But we haven't had regular hours until recently. So this is a real famous story. It's the teddy bear winds up coming to life and killing everybody that's hurting the kid. It's actually a great story, and I remember reading this as a kid, and it scared the crap out of me.
That's one of my favorite Charlton covers.
It is, isn't it?
I've got that. It's fantastic.
I think it's Tom Sutton, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is Tom Sutton. Yeah, it's a painted cover too.
Yeah,
but isn't that great? I love his work.
That's brilliant.
He was fantastic. And then we got a lot. I'm just showing. I'm skipping over some stuff because I'm showing the stuff that you guys like. But that's a pretty nice condition. These are all 1950 reprints, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Kyle?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
50s, early 60s.
I'm collecting that run. Some of it, anyway.
And then
there's a bit of a stack.
I'm collecting the Adam Strange issues.
Gene Autry comics. I've got one or two of these.
The singing cowboy.
Yeah, the singing cowboy.
And then we've got
Gene Autry. You want Gene Autry?
Oh no! Oh no!
I know the guy who's got the best collection of cowboy comics in the UK.
Who does?
I've got the one on the right. The one on the right I've got.
You do, Darren? You do?
Yeah, you've seen
Yeah,
it,
you've
man.
been
It's
seeing
ridiculous.
them every week for the last 8 weeks.
Oh yeah. I didn't know it was a bet. I don't know what you guys have over there. I'm
Yeah.
stupid.
If I collected
yeah.
Westerns,
even
I would
remember
want
this
them
one.
Atlas bound volumes so bad.
Look
Very
at that.
nice.
Happy New
Hey,
Year,
Kyle
Walker.
Walker. We got a watcher down in Australia. How you doing, Kyle Walker?
And then
No, he's in New Zealand. He's in New Zealand. Not
Sorry about
Australia,
that.
I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
New Zealand.
I'll have that one.
Don't
that's a nice one,
say
yeah.
New Zealanders from Australia. They don't like it, and vice versa.
If you're going to send me some comics,
I think
Bill,
it's
put
from
that
New
one in
Zealand.
there.
I was
Okay.
gonna
okay, you got to.
say, yeah,
And then
exactly. There you go, New Zealand
4-star battle.
or New
That's
Zealand.
another crack at.
All right,
It's
New
from New
Zealand.
Zealand.
My
I stand
apologies.
corrected. I thought it was New Zealand. But it's
He's a
New
Kiwi, not
Zealand.
an Aussie.
New Zealand.
Isn't that great? Anything Kubrick did war-wise is great to
That's
me.
a nice one. Let's say it again. Oh,
And then
Kal-El.
we even have a copy of Forlorn River.
Did you see the?
Not-
Did you
not-
see Ian Gibson died fairly recently?
Oh,
who did?
hold on.
Did you guys know about
Who?
that? Ian
Yeah.
Gibson.
Ian Gibson.
Ian Gibson.
Is he a
Ballad
British
of Halo Jones artist. Yeah.
British illustrator?
Yeah, Ballad of Halo Jones. You know that one, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I didn't know he died.
You know the Ballad of Halo Jones?
Yeah. Wasn't
Yeah.
that the Alan Moore
he
comic
died
that he did
recently.
with Ian Gibson? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill, you need to get me a price on these Dark Mansions, and I'll send some money PayPal to your
Okay.
mate.
Okay. I'll get that for you. That's number 7, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't got it, and I haven't got the other one either.
And then
I just ordered the Dark
then we
Man.
skip over to the Great Gazoo.
Mark?
Sorry?
Then we skip over to the Great Gazoo
The
Great
Dark
Gazoo.
Mansion you had on your last call.
from the Flintstones. He had his own comic at Charlton. Charlton had the strangest spin-off comics. It just, So these are really nice. Later flashes, like 20-cent flashes.
Yeah, I've literally.
I guess
That's
this is the- this is
going to
the
be
12
shown
center.
on Cover Slingers this Saturday.
That's a 12-center. Fighting Air Force. You don't see those
This
very
week's
often.
Cover Slingers is books.
Snap.
And
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
that's nice. It's in horrible shape though. But it's got a lot of spinal.
Yeah.
Carl, if you want to hang out, just let us know. I'll send you the link, mate. I'll post the link up if you want to hang out as well. Always happy to have people on from all over the world. As long as you're willing to identify as an old
Black
fart,
manual.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
The Invaders.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam Strange.
Nice, Mystery in Space.
Oh, I like the Aquaman.
Isn't that nice?
Aquaman.
Which number is that?
It is 51.
Yeah.
Cardi.
Great Nick Cardi cover. Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Put that
Okay.
within Dark Mansions.
I put that in your, yeah. I remember this one as a
I want to
kid.
get a full one off from Beyond.
I
the
actually
Unknown.
love this story, by the way,
Yeah, nice.
where the thing just kind of disappears and Luke Cage kind of replaces him, but not really. And then a lot of Tarzans. Seen a lot of DC Tarzans lately.
Plus. Lisa said, Happy New Year, bye, babe.
Tarzan's gone off the boil, hasn't he?
Cheers.
He's not in the modern consciousness, is he?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
But
Who's
some of
Tarzan?
these,
Surprising how things, how
some of these
trends
covers,
disappear.
the Marvel covers were gorgeous. And
You
I've
think how
got
big cowboy comics were? They disappeared. Tarzan
Yeah, they
disappeared.
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Jimmy Olsen still remains extremely popular with Gray.
Isn't that strange? I mean, we have tons, but we actually
Jimmy
sell
Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen. And then
Jimmy Olsen's great. I love a bit of Jimmy.
This one would be great, but it has
Jimmy
writing on the back.
Can't go wrong.
A great Kirby cover.
Don't bother me.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I love being around this stuff all day when I'm down here. It makes me very happy.
Do people come in and try and sell you collections, Bill?
Yeah. In fact, a good bulk of what we have, he bought out the comics part of a store in New Braunfels, which is right outside of town. He bought a really big collection there because they wanted to just do like Pokemon and shit because they made more money with that. So he got a fantastic deal on that. But like this, like you never see these giant kid Colts. This was a 25 center during 12.
I'm sure Darren's got a few somewhere.
There's somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does too. Yeah, I should watch what I'm saying.
Oh, Dick Tracy. There you go.
Comics.
Nice.
Lois. We've got a ton of the annuals and the
nice. Which
I've
annual?
got that one, but
this is
someone's
the
drawn
first
all the
Lois
fake
Lane
things on my
annual.
one.
Yeah, that's the first Lois Lane annual. And then this is Giant Size or 80-page Giant number 2. Because for a while they just did like, and this is 14 before they started just doing them within someone's book run. And then this, well, that's weird. I guess they did. I guess I was wrong about that because this is number 2 of Lois Lane and number 2 of Jimmy Olsen. I thought they were all in the same series. And then this one is, so this is when they went, this is number 68. So that's when they went to the normal issues became 80-page Giant sometime.
Yeah.
That was like maybe 2 or 3 years into the run of the 80-page Giants.
Yeah, well, that's mid-60s, isn't it? Because it's got the checkerboard on it.
Yeah, mid-60s.
Yeah.
And this isn't in the best shape, but you don't see Hawkman number 2 all that often.
Do you have Hawkman number 4 though?
I don't think I do, but you never know. I'm still going through a lot of the boxes that he had.
Run.
I
don't know why that's man run out a couple of years ago now.
And the famous Walt Disney Flamingo book. I kid. You know what I didn't know? What I didn't know until last week, and Phil told me. You know what comic book is worth like a fortune because it has the lead character screwing a seal on the cover?
Yeah, it's Alf.
It's Alf.
Oh,
it's Alf. Yeah,
Alf 42.
Yeah. Why? How did I just find out about that?
Oh, you should. That's been around. That's been famous for ages, Bill.
I know. I'm wondering how I just found out about it now.
I love that one.
I do too. I love that cover. That's an iconic.
Do you know what you see when a pink? Do you know what, Bill? Do you know what you see when a pink bird turns his back on you?
No.
Flamingo, Nad.
Thank you.
I think you need to add male to that clarification to make it make sense. Otherwise, it could be a female.
Yeah. And then got a ton of the Johnny Quest series from Kamiko. And those, these are great comics. I don't know, they're probably not worth a fortune, but
your invented jokes are so close to Mark's quiz questions where there's like a word or two missing that would make them actually work. You know?
Yeah, you're killing me today. You guys are killing me. Let me find some more of the old stuff. Oh, I know what I want to show you now. Now that hold on one second. Now that we talked about that Alf cover, Phil found something interesting. And I think it's right here.
Doesn't like a huge lot of.
No one ever talks about Bozo screwing the seal as he honks.
I've not seen that one before.
I know. Isn't that? Do. And it's like, oh.
The problem is the seal there looks like he's happy. With the one on Alf, he doesn't look very happy.
No. He looks surprised. Is what he looks like on the Alf cover. But
let me see. Hold on a second. I got some other stuff.
Great. Have you got that as a category on Cover Slingers? Animals.
Oh, yeah, you done animals?
Bestiality.
Animals being screwed on the cover.
Yeah. Now these were Catholic comics, but they had people like Joe Sinnott and a lot of the Marvel people and DC people worked for them, like moonlighting. And they're interesting. You don't see them very often. And there's some that are far greater than others, like to people like us. And then
Bill.
Yes.
We've got a guy called Jeff J asking for his comic back.
Jeff J. What comic?
Show
the
that
last one?
comic.
I think I might have bought that one.
The last one belongs to Jeff
I
Jones.
I might have bought that one from Darren.
Yeah, I remember the cover.
Darren.
I know that cover, so I thought I'd seen it on the show in a previous box, but it might have been not sold it to you. Yeah.
Bill, look at that treasure chest.
Yeah.
There's a big old Jeff J on there.
Yeah. He wants his comic back.
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jones wants his comic back.
Oh my God. Did someone say that, or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying it.
Jeff Jones. Jeff Jones is dead, but poor Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jarrett's not, and he's down in your neck of the woods.
That's true.
Oh, the Great Inferior 5.
Yeah.
I still got the first issue of that.
Now this is a cover I had never seen before, and I absolutely love it. You know, we all know the thing about the 8 covers at DC, right?
Yeah, they like an 8.
What's that? All right, hold on a second, guys.
All right.
What's that?
All right. Well, he's off tending to business. Let me go back in and show a few books since I got some down here.
Oh, okay. About comics?
Yes, sir. No, not comics. Albums.
Yeah. I'll get, if you can come pop in like the next few days, I'll have some cards done here for you.
I got you know, because you really have to see them.
Okay.
You can't just tell them if I tell you what it is.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just go
And I
ahead.
was smart enough to mute myself while I was going. Now, before I get into the Darren pile, Mark, you got to get a good laugh out of this.
There you go. I sold that the other day.
Was it the
China.
Yeah, it was. It was
exclusive?
the previews exclusive one, yeah.
Are you ready for this?
It's She-Hulk.
The
Oh,
drawn
you got
one.
one too as well.
Yeah. Limited to 3,000 copies.
Wow.
Figured you'd get a laugh out of seeing
It's
that one.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, and you said she was the She-Hulk in the porn version.
Yep. All right. Now, Darren, I've ponied this up around a little bit, and people haven't jumped on it, but nothing terribly fancy here. Just the second appearance of Ghost Rider.
Nice one.
Now, it's signed to me by the guy that created him, because this came from his stacks. What's more amazing about it is this comes with it. This is more or less a certificate of authenticity. This is what Marvel sued him over right here. 2 new Mike Plug drawings, and he laid credit for creating Ghost Rider, and they sued him. This caused a lawsuit.
Wow.
I've never seen another one of these in the wild. The only other copies I've ever seen of these were in Gary Friedrich's possession. And then it's just signed right there.
Wow.
And then I had some Ghost Rider there. There's the first Danny catch. Of course, this is newer stuff. Of course, I went to the older stuff.
Oh, that is groovy.
Groovy cartoons and jokes from the mid-'60s. Mid-'60s Marvel. Hey, you can't have enough Westerns. How about the first Gunhawks?
Brilliant.
Number one.
And then Harvey, Marvel's version of Archie / Harvey books. Significance of this one?
Is the first Bloodstone.
Is it really?
No, the first Bloodstone's in Marvel Presents one.
Yeah,
this is
Marvel
the first
the
book.
Darkhold?
Darkhold. That's the first Darkhold.
Oh, Darkhold, right.
Wow.
What's the significance of that?
That is the
What, like
first
32?
Spider-Woman.
First Spider-Woman.
Marvel's rip-off
Yeah.
Necronomicon.
First Spider-Woman.
Before she showed her hair off. First Mockingbird.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's
First
not-
Bobby Chase.
It's not the first appearance of the character. It's the first appearance of the when she's as Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought had Bobby Chase been in another comic before that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bobby
he was in
Chase
that
had been in
Swamp Thing.
comics for like 20 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bobby Chase
Bobby
was
Morse.
like Patsy Walker.
Bobby Morse. Bobby Chase.
Or Bobby Morse, yeah, not Bobby Chase.
Bobby Morse is Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Bobby Morse, yeah.
I meant Bobby. Yeah.
No, she was in comics before that as Bobby Morse.
Well, you know what I've been watching. I've been watching the old. I love that.
First appearance of Razor Fist.
Wow. I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's a major character in that.
Yep.
Is she
One of my
a-
favorite
Yeah,
episodes.
I love the actress that plays her too. I can't think of her name, but she's great.
Who's the artist on that? My Love.
Jim Patel. Pretty sure that's straight Romita.
Strict Romita. Yeah, it's Romita.
Adrian
Mark.
Pilecki played her.
When I said who's the artist on that, My
Oh, yeah,
Love,
Adrian.
that wasn't a term of endearment towards you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But the episode of
Mark.
Spies Goodbye, they had somebody
keep
as a
this your private chat, yeah.
the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode that was a Spies Goodbye when she left the show.
Yeah.
They had a technical advisor that was a spy. They had to have.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because that was a Spies Goodbye.
Where
Red Sonja #1. That they didn't fart around with it. Red Wolf #1.
That's not first appearance of Red Wolf, though, is it?
No, that would
That
be
was
Avengers
Avengers.
80.
Yeah.
Sergeant Fury 17, little 12
Was it
cent
not a
Marvel
Golden
Age.
Age Red Wolf as well? Wasn't there a Golden Age Red Wolf?
21, probably.
I
No,
don't
the
know.
12
if there
center.
was. That's a good question.
Special Marvel Edition
Which is your
16.
first,
What's significant
your
about
number one you
this?
bought of,
First Master of Kung Fu.
Second. But
Second.
yeah.
Oh, what's
I'm gonna
that?
hold this away at a
What's
distance.
that,
Let's see
Mark?
if you guys can
Number
tell.
one.
Supernatural
one?
Thrillers
got
#1.
it.
What's significant about this?
First appearance of it? No, I don't know.
What is
Oh,
it?
The Thing. Oh, Steranko cover.
Steranko.
Tomb of Dracula 12.
First Blade.
Second Blade.
First Blade is 8, innit? I think. Or 10.
Starlin taking over Warlock.
Look at how great that artwork is. Just wonderful. What's significant about
You know what the significance of that one? It's the first Lazarus Pit.
Yep.
Oh.
Did you
And
know that,
Neil
Carl?
Adams.
Neil Adams cover.
No.
Or is
Yep.
that Sever? Oh, it is Neil Adams.
That's Neil Adams' cover. I had somebody stacked from the last time I was on Cover Slingers, and I'm like, all right, I'm willing to let go of these. So, old Justice League. I'd say old Avengers, but it's really not that old.
Yeah, it is.
Not compared to what's coming out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know where Conan 3 is, but that's coming out of the box too. So Barry Windsor Smith Conan
21.
Captain Marvel 2. All right, now here's the happy time. Now, if we're going to talk old Avengers,
Wow.
That's not bad. That's a reasonable shape.
First Count Nefaria.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You should keep your name short, Kyle, so we can actually see the comic books without your name going across them.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Your name is covering up half the damn cover.
There you go. There's the death of the original Zemo.
Of the original
I don't
who?
know. Is there some significance to this book?
That's the one.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. That's the one in which Montgomery Morgenstern IV appears right across the center of the comic.
It's written right on the cover. Yeah. It's written right on the cover.
Nice.
First Swordsman.
Swordsman.
Who has appeared in what Marvel series? TV series?
In
Hawkeye.
Yeah. Which I started.
I'm pretty sure the Swordsman has appeared. I wouldn't be surprised if the Swordsman has appeared more times dead in a comic than he has alive.
Yeah.
He's always coming back. When villains get raised from the dead, he always comes back. I've seen him more as a dead character than as a living character.
Significance of this?
Not sure.
Magneto walks
the earth.
Is it
Death of Quicksilver? I don't know.
Vision isn't in it yet.
There's basically, I'm going to pull this out of here. Now, I traded away my Vision when Johnny had it graded. I think I'm going to pull this out of here because I'm pretty sure it's kind of like a Wolverine, got a last page cameo and whatnot.
Of the Vision?
Wow.
Nope.
Oh.
Vision was 20 issues later.
Not 20. I thought it was in the 50s.
Or 58. Yeah, not 68, 58.
Yeah.
Or 57.
Cheers, mate.
Okay.
Nice
He doesn't physically. I thought he actually appeared in the issue.
Oh. Okay. First Silver Age appearance is the next issue?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure that counts as a cameo, Kyle.
It doesn't.
No, I thought that had a cameo in it.
Yeah.
I think they reference him, but it's not a cameo. I thought that one had a cameo in it.
Okay.
Oh.
So the significance of that book is
anybody in the world
coming up next
to
issue
shit out of me
there.
if they knew the significance of this.
First Goliath?
No, well, no. Not sort of, but
I've got that. What is the
first appearance of Adamantium.
It's Clint Barton. Clint Barton taking over as Giant Man Goliath. So actually, yeah, it's the first Goliath, but Clint Barton takes over as Giant Man. This is the first Adamantium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And what was made out of adamantium in this?
Ultron.
Oh, Ultron. Oh, duh.
Now look at that cover. Just have a look at that cover. It's just an amazing cover. Can
Yeah,
you see
Jamba Shimmer.
can you see a modern comic artist managing to do that? No.
Now, no.
Yeah. No.
That is Buscema. I mean, there are none better than Buscema. I don't think.
Major significance to this book?
No.
He's been in several episodes of this series of What If. He was in Thor Ragnarok.
I don't know.
First Grandmaster.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I thought
Who's that first appearance of?
Rogue and Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
Is that the worst ever first cover appearance? I think it probably is.
And yet the original cover Golden did that they passed on.
I like that cover.
It's Steranko.
I like covers that are broken up like that into lots of little boxes.
but it's
I
not
really
great.
enjoy
It's
them.
cover appearance of Road,
you
isn't
like,
it?
you like what
Little
DC used to
Steranko
do.
cap.
No, for a first appearance, fair enough. But I still like them covers. So
That's nice.
That looks like the
torn.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Second appearance of
Wow.
Werewolf by
it
Night.
does.
Third appearance of Werewolf by Night.
Is that the first appearance of Carl's drag persona?
Of what? This is the first appearance.
Was that
too,
like last
wasn't
one,
it?
the first appearance of your drag persona?
The crap toner? I'm
Something-
missing that. Whatever you're trying to say.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
I
I
don't
say
even,
something
I'm saying, is that the
persona.
first- I said, is that the first appearance of your drag persona?
Oh,
Drag-
your drag persona. Oh,
Too much hair.
Oh,
It's too good
This-
looking, Gray. Too good looking.
Newer and shiny, but actually pretty valuable. Why? Even though it's a 90s shiny book.
Dracula comes back.
He didn't get his first solo series till the early 90s.
Huh.
This is his
Oh,
first
is that
solo
right?
Blade
That's not a
comic.
title, then.
This is a $100 book. In this condition,
No
this is a
way.
$100 book.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and it's like 94. It's 92 or 94.
There's no 90s books that are worth $100 because there's about 500,000 of them.
Yeah, right. Hey, how's it going?
Are you live?
Significance of that?
This is
That's, Echo, is
cool,
it?
guys.
Echo?
This is my
Well, Jessica
glorious
Jones.
leader.
Yep.
This is
First
this is
Jessica
Phil Nelson
Jones.
coming in the house
Hi, Peter.
with his beautiful wife.
Hello.
I'm going to take just a
Hello,
break to
beautiful
talk to
wife.
Phil. I'll be right back.
Mute it. Mute it,
Okay,
Bill.
I will
I'll
mute
mute
you.
you
You
for a
will mute
minute.
me.
Little Nick Cardy goodness.
That's
yeah.
very nice. Yeah.
Grandinetti. And what's significant about Grandinetti?
No idea.
He gave Frank Frazetta
First
his
Salt
start in
Night Master?
1944. Frank Frazetta was his assistant in 1944. Sandman number one, not the
Sandman.
purple issue.
That's
I
the
kind of
blue.
want that one at some point.
Shadow number
At some
one,
point, I'll get one of them probably.
that which broke Kaluta to the masses. Introducing Aqua Boy.
Oh.
Superboy appears to have turned into Man Bat.
Yeah.
I'll want that one.
I was gonna say, I thought you could pull my name off there.
Ah.
I did, yeah.
Go-Go Checks. The Jack Kirby era. I'm pretty sure this is the last Jack Kirby. 144. 161. You got all those, I'm assuming, Gray? Little Neil Adams,
Fair few, yeah.
Justice League. Then, Mark, you were talking about these earlier. Dark Mansion of Forbidden
Oh,
Love.
that's nice. That's nicer than my copy.
Still great, yeah.
Issue number 2.
Very nice.
I just ordered that. I just ordered the copy of that for £3, but it's got the whole corner missing off it. So mine's a really crappy version.
Yeah, there's that. Then this kills me every time I see this book.
Why does it kill you?
That's my fault.
Oh, right, right. Yeah.
The tape pull.
That's a tape pull that is my fault. Actionary Comics.
Hmm.
Am I bringing out some pretty ones, Darren?
Yeah, they're all great. They're all lovely. Yeah, yeah.
Little 1960s Neil Adams adventure.
Or is this the Darren pile?
He gets first dibs on these now because you've done gone through them.
Well,
10-cent
honestly,
Jerry
I'm
Lewis.
chilled. I'm completely chilled. On it, you've got so many things. I'll easily find stuff. Remember, I'm not collecting. I'm just looking for stuff that's going to sell. So the collectors should collect. So you guys should choose what you want, and then what's left over, I'll have a look at.
The thing
Little
that
cat's
could
ass
not
cover.
die.
They had to darken this up because they actually drew the cat's asshole on this, and they made him darken it up. You know where I heard that story from?
Why does Challengers of the Unknown have some value? What's special about it?
Well, it basically is the reason there's a Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's a first. Well, it was one of the early four-people teams, wasn't it?
I don't think they have much value, though, do they?
Neil Adams cover. If you've never heard Neil Adams tell the story, he drew a pink eye right there, and they made him blank it out.
Gray, I think Bill's shouting to come off mute, but I don't know whether we want him off mute or not.
Okay. Early Inhumans.
That wasn't very nice.
Bill will know that story. You know
Early Inhumans.
You're welcome.
But I just made Phil very happy. We haven't sold anything in the store today, but I just sold 3 to England. So
you sold 3 to me. So we're doing
first
right.
appearance in this book. Impressed the hell out of me. First appearance in this book.
I might buy that Metal as well.
Who's that?
Not too expensive.
Hey.
Pit Patrol. Yep.
Who?
Pit Patrol.
First appearance in this book.
This is the place to be. This is better than Whatnot, Mark.
That's the Dame Allegra Countessa von Thingy.
Valerie.
Yep.
Oh wow. Who's played by who in the MCU?
Oh, that lady from Seinfeld.
Louis-Dreyfus.
Yep. Oh, that's a beautiful cover.
Captain America issue number 2, if you will.
Yeah.
101.
Oh, those are do you remember the cartoons of that when we were kids? They were great.
3.
Sleeper. Oh my God, they were amazing.
Issue number 6.
Swordsman.
We're still alive.
I've got that one.
Then the other half of that Batman story.
Oh, nice. this one I want.
You'll be able to sell that one, Darren.
Yeah, that one's
in the Darren file. Oh wow, Death of Commissioner Gordon. Not
little
KY jelly. How did I miss that?
I'm pretty sure I got this with the other one. I had a foreign edition. I thought I had the foreign edition of that, but I don't know.
Another great Adams cover. I think
something relevant. Something about Talia al Ghul in that one.
Yeah.
All right, Darren.
Hey, wait! I want to show y'all. Oh, that's for. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you.
I've only got about 6 more to go.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Oh
wow!
Now this is post Jonah Hex, so this is issue 5. So
nice.
What was that? Wasn't the first one though, was it?
No.
Okay.
No, we're going backwards. So 17.
17 going up there.
These
are just kind of random. 20.
Those comics he's got.
My favorite cover of all of them ever.
Well, was Jonah Hex supposed to be just a one-shot character and caught on?
Basically.
Yeah.
And then these are just for shits and giggles because you're well aware of them.
Oh, the first showdown.
FF26.
Beautiful.
The first true Hulk thing.
I mean, that one's so great. Look at all the guest stars on the cover.
I know.
And this should be sitting on top.
180. Oh, yep. Pull me a 181.
I sold a beautiful copy of Fantastic Four 18 recently, and the reason that's important is it's the first X-Men crossover.
Yeah.
In any book.
Yep. They're nice.
Oh, there you go. 52 and 50.
Those are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, first Black Panther.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of value
The first
And
Black
these
Panther
3 books and the rest of the stack
has gone down.
Yeah.
67,
Well, all that,
7%.
everything you've shown, right, is the deal. Everything you've shown for the Fantastic Four 48, it's a deal.
Yeah.
I think
This
that's
is
a
like
fine deal.
what,
You
is,
say-
what this is like $3,000 right here.
I know.
Jesus Christ. Well, wait. What's
Don't
big
come-
about the Hulk? Because it's the first.
Let
first
Mark just say that again, what he just said.
Yeah, just be careful with that Fantastic 452. The current market is crashed, and Fantastic 452 is one of the biggest losers. So a 7.0 has gone from a peak of $3,000 down to $1,000.
Yeah, that's what I
And
kind of figured.
What's 52? Is that's not the first Black Panther, is it?
First
It's
Black
First
Panther,
Panther.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the next one's is the Origin. That's why I've been willing to let those go together for between 12 and 1,500.
Which is fair.
So,
hey, so I want to show this real quick.
and then I figured that Hulk 180 versus Wolverine.
Can you make
probably
me
in that
big real
ballpark,
quick?
too.
Gray,
Yeah, give me a sec, mate. Give me a sec.
isn't that great? An 8 cover, underwater 8.
Cool.
Isn't that beautiful? That's a Russ Heath cover.
Hmm.
And Russ Heath, of course, started out in
I'm kind of
EC Comics.
Is that November?
some of those
August. So
some
that
of those
predates
DC
my
comics
birth
from
by a
that
few
era that
months.
aren't really that well appreciated now. I've got some great covers. There's some great
Fantastic
covers on
covers.
them, unappreciated old DCs. I've started collecting Rip Hunter Time Master, and those covers are great. And once I finish that, I might try and start on the Sea Devils because they've got some really cool covers on them.
Bill, that last one you showed with the gorilla on it,
Yeah.
that must have had something to do with Carmine Infantino. So when Carmine Infantino was editor, he used to say to everybody, if you don't know what to do, put a gorilla on the cover.
Yeah. And they always sold better than any other issues. Yeah. No, it was during his, it was after he had taken over, I'm sure. But yeah. And isn't that a great cover, though? It's one of my favorite.
It is a good cover, yeah.
It's one of my favorite gorilla covers. And then,
Yeah.
what else was I going to show? Well, I didn't show this one, did I, earlier? Middleman.
No, you didn't. No.
Yeah.
We have a ton, I just realized we have a ton of the checkerboards here.
1966, early 1967.
Is that $50 you're selling that one for?
What's that?
Has that got a $50 price tag on it? Does that have a price tag of $50?
The Middleman? Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not what we're going to charge. I mean, I don't think that's
don't put
not.
it on my
I'll
part.
tell you
That's
this.
too
This isn't.
expensive for me.
This isn't our packaging. So this is something he bought that we haven't repriced yet.
You haven't
Yeah.
repriced it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, don't put it on my part. That's too expensive.
it's
If you can
fine.
move the decimal place over one,
I'm sure we can do something in that genre. These are,
Darren, aren't you loving this? We've had about an hour and you haven't had to pick up one book yet.
It's amazing.
Even though you've
Yeah, I
had
know,
a duck face
he's
almost
itchy.
the whole
He's like,
time,
what's
Timmy.
going on? This is
Yeah,
it's a
quack,
shame
quack.
Darren hasn't got any big comics that he could show.
Yeah,
It's a
I
shame
know.
Darren hasn't got
I
any
mean,
big
I
comics
wish
that he
Darren
could
had some
show.
comics.
Yeah, it's
They're
like,
all stuck in your piles.
He died last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, put my name back.
Pretty
I don't
true.
want to be KY Jelly.
He died last year.
what?
I think we mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but I had no idea that gold keys were still golden age size in the 60s
Yeah.
because we were trying to bag them and I realized only golden age bags work.
Yeah.
So I guess
a real
they must
pain.
have been larger than the other comics.
What I never could figure out is they had the man from Uncle, then they followed it up with the woman from Uncle, but why
Girl.
didn't they have the woman from Aunt?
Okay.
You just want to slap me,
Great
don't you?
reaction from Bill.
Yeah, he made Bill shut up for once. But and David McCallum just died, so I don't think that's going to cause
Hey,
any
Bill.
kind of spike.
Bill,
Yeah,
Bill. Pick up that last man from Uncle comic
yeah. This one.
and just the top one, and then
That was
reach
good- that was
over
good
and
TV,
grab that
though.
classic monkey cover you picked up? Look, Bill's a monkey's uncle.
Ah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Wah, wah. I knew that was coming.
That was
And I
actually
don't
quite.
get stoned.
That was,
Well, I forgot to
was
tell
pretty
Phil
sharp.
that we featured
I
his
got the-
bozo on here. I think that's funny. And then we got are these worth anything? These Power Rangers comics?
They
Some
fluctuate.
people like them. Yeah, they
There
are
is
worth
a
Probably
huge
collectors
Power
out there.
Rangers base, but by huge, it's still a niche market.
It's a nostalgia thing, Bill. So the
Oh,
people
now it's
who,
nostalgia.
Mm.
the people who were 10 when Power Rangers first came out are now
Right.
40 and they've got spare cash.
Right. That's true.
I want a Playboy with Pink Ranger in it.
Look at these. These are
Those
gorgeous.
are all just good. The
They're
fact
just-
you can get those for $5 and pop in good shape blows my mind.
10 cents.
Because that's potentially a 1940s book,
yeah.
and you can pull that for $5 to $10, and it's just good.
Yep.
They're just good, cover to cover. They're good.
I need a July 1947 comic, guys. If you ever see one.
And then
The Lone Ranger. Yeah, them old Looney Tunes should
these
be
Lone
worth
Ranger
it.
covers. These Lone Ranger cover. Ernest Noro. I can't read that. I can't read the Ernest something. But
To me, those old Looney
covers
Tunes
anyway.
books should be worth
Great
$100 a pop all day long.
Yeah,
and
for
they're
sure.
not.
well, you know they have gone up quite a bit lately.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
should the value of those should be way the hell more than what they are.
Well,
But when I was a kid, there would always be like Tom and Jerry and stuff on the TV. I don't think it's on the TV now for the kids. So the kids, it's a different generation. I don't think it's been there for 20 years.
Right.
But I mean, to find one in decent
Really?
shape, you can
Right.
find them around that are tattered. But to find them in decent shape, they're kids' books. They should be so valuable,
and they're
people
gorgeous.
Just don't
And they
value
should be.
them the way
No,
they should.
I totally agree with you on that one.
I mean, I'm a superhero guy, but I'd be hard pressed not to say, give me a 1940s Looney Tunes over a 1950s or 60s superhero.
Have any of you guys heard of Headlopper? Supposedly this is a big deal, and I've never heard of this comic.
Neither
No.
have I.
No, and it's interesting. I mean, it looks way different than most.
Well, I
comics.
mean, it's Image, right?
It's
probably,
Image,
It probably
but
got
I-
optioned.
I'd never heard of it before.
It probably got optioned. It's probably
That-
going to come
that
out
logo
as a
looks-
book or something.
The writing on the
Headlocker.
logo looks familiar.
What a
Like
stupid
it's-
name!
Well, maybe lots
Sorry,
of
Image.
things.
That's just a fucking stupid name.
Well, I
Headlocker.
suppose they thought it sounded better than a decapitator.
You know,
Well, you know where
it sounds
you know
like
where Headlopper come from.
He lops
It's
off
the
heads.
executioner. It's
Well,
the
yeah.
Cockney way of calling an executioner. He was a
yeah,
headlopper.
but doesn't it sound like it should have been a Motorhead album title? Headlopper.
Well, it sounded more like a Judas Priest title with
Oh,
about
yeah,
Halford
yeah.
going for a little knob slobbing.
I think
Yeah.
he might have some comics to show us. I'm sure he has.
So the funniest thing that happened, like when I was growing up,
No?
Judas Priest was huge here. In fact, San Antonio launched Judas Priest because we had Kiss Radio here, and they were huge. And a few years ago, when the lead singer came out of the closet, he goes, "Nobody knew when I was doing my grinder looking for meat. They didn't know that I was a closeted gay." We all knew. That was stupid. We all knew. I mean,
Hey,
the
I
guy's dressed
didn't,
in
I didn't know
leather
Rob
and
Halford
line.
was from Australia.
Huh?
I didn't know Rob Halford was from Australia. Or was that just your bad attempt at a Birmingham accent?
That was
There
my
you go.
bad attempt.
Hey, since you guys have all met my mom, you'll love this short story. So my mom used to run hotels, and she come home from work one night, and she goes, "You ever heard of this rock and roll band, Buddhist Priest?"
Yeah.
Buddhist priest.
And I said,
Buddhist
"Buddhist Priest?
Priest.
You mean Judas Priest?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Yeah, that was them. I was sitting down having tea with this lovely Glenn and KK guy." I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." She's like, yeah, I was having tea with Glenn Tipton. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. You know, she laughs about like throwing Eddie money out of her bar and stuff, but she had tea with the guys from Judas Priest and called him Buddhist Priest when she come home.
Your mom sounds like a version of my dad. My
I thought
dad
you was a Buddhist priest, Carl.
I am a Buddhist priest. I literally am.
my dad and I were at this hotel where a rap symposium was going on, or people were staying there at the same time an animation convention was going on in California. And my dad was befriended. It was a long story, but my dad was befriended by Snoop Dogg, and my dad kept calling him Snoopy Snoop. And Snoop Dogg loved it. He was like, "Hey, Big Bill, we Snoopy Snoop." And I'm like, how does my dad? I don't know how my dad he was a great guy, but everybody immediately loved him because he was just who he was. It was just weird. So they went to brunch together, and I get home from the convention to the hotel, and my dad goes, "Hey, guess what I did today? I had brunch with Snoopy Snoop." And I'm like, I was just dying. I mean, this is my dad who was roommates with Johnny Cash for a year.
Yeah.
What's that?
Lubert
I don't
Flanderbile.
dig rap music at all, but Snoop Dogg seems like a nice fella. He
was a super nice guy. My dad wondered what that smell was coming from.
Do you know what his IQ is?
See that news article, Mark? Like some bloke in England, Darren might have seen it. He grew like the biggest cucumber or something weird like that, the biggest parsnip or something. And Snoop Dogg invited him along to his gig because he liked gardening as well. Apparently, I can't think what he might have been growing, but he wanted to pick this guy's brains about how he managed to grow his crop so big.
Do you know what Snoop Dogg?
Why?
You know what Snoop Dogg's registered IQ is?
It's off the chart, isn't it?
147. He's a 147 with Mensa.
Wow. And I have to say this: such a nice guy, down to earth, does not think of himself as anything but himself. And I don't know. I admire the heck out of the guy, but he was nice to my dad, and that made me happy.
Well, wherever I've seen him, he always seems like a nice chap. Yeah.
I
wonder if Darren's got any comics.
I think he's like my age, actually. I think he's like pushing.
What about Mark?
I've got some quickly.
Mark.
Just like sitting there.
Worlds reprints.
Is that the only one you got?
No, I've got this one. This is an interesting one. I've got to pick this up. I didn't know what it was, but I researched it, and it's interesting. This is a fantastic it's a new comic called Liquid Kill. Does anybody know why this is significant?
Is it recent, you said?
Yeah, it's fairly recent.
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I think the answer is beneath your fingers.
It is beneath my fingers. So this is the last comic artwork by King Jung-ji, a really great artist.
He was fantastic.
He died in October 2022. And
he
did this cover in September 2022. Not only that, but he actually did a YouTube video of himself drawing this cover.
Oh my God.
1 month before he died. So this is a pretty special comic. So I'm keeping this one for the personal collection.
That's great.
Really fantastic artist.
Oh, he was, and Bill Sienkiewicz even did a portrait of him when he died, featuring his artwork. Oh my God, it just blew me away. Blew me away.
Yeah. So this is fairly recent. You can still pick this up for a reasonable price. There's a slightly different version which is darker, but go on YouTube and you can see him actually drawing this from scratch. It's about 30-40 minutes.
He was. It was a heart attack. It was a total shock death.
Yeah, 47. Yeah.
47 years old. Jeez.
Yeah.
Speaking of surprise deaths, who Mark reminds me of, I was sad when I saw Tom Wilkinson died yesterday.
Yeah, Tom Wilkinson, great actor. Really,
probably my favorite British actor ever. Him and
Tom Wilkinson died.
Yeah, Tom Wilkinson died yesterday of a heart attack.
I don't remember that name.
Him and Bill Nye.
If you saw him,
he hasn't died, has he?
No, he hadn't died.
Oh, okay.
Those are just my two favorites.
So who was he?
You remember the Full Monty?
He's the straight-laced guy in the Full Monty.
Okay.
But he's
He's
done
the
lots of
older
other stuff
manager.
as well. He went over to Hollywood. He did some Hollywood stuff as well.
Right.
He's just so good. He's
Oh,
just
oh,
so
wait,
good.
wait. Wasn't he one of the villains in Lone Ranger?
It might have been.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Army Hammer one. Yeah.
yeah. He was
Yeah.
great in that. He was great, and I'm so sorry to hear that.
He was
wonderful
just
actor.
great. He was just that guy. He could play so many movies as that.
He was a
guy.
great actor. He was very versatile. This is nice. I picked this up on a recommendation from Alan in Canada. This is a really nice early Adam Hughes. This is an early Adam Hughes cover. You can see
Adam
it's
Hughes, man. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody draws currently in the field. I don't think anybody draws women better.
Yeah.
His women
But
are
more
just.
importantly, who is that character on the cover?
Now, do you know what she's called, Gray?
Is that Dream Girl?
Andromeda.
Yes, Dream Girl.
Dream
Andromeda.
Girl.
You're joking. That's Andromeda, isn't it? Oh, I think
Yeah,
that's
Dream Girl.
Apologies, Ringo.
She's Mark, get your finger out of her ass.
Giving
that poor
Fingering
girl
a
a
whole
shock.
new
Right.
meaning.
I just hear that such a lot. Anyway, right.
Yeah.
Is her real name Nura Now or something weird like that?
Yeah, yes,
Nura Now?
yes.
Something like that.
And her sister's Witch Queen, I think, or
Yeah.
Witch,
White
White
Queen.
Witch, or something like that.
Yeah, no, White
I
Witch.
keep
that's
picking
it,
up
White
copies
Witch,
of this because they're so sillily cheap. You know, you can pick this up for £3. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy! You know, I know.
I
Sam.
only read a few issues of that. I didn't.
Have
rate
I
it
sent you
really.
the signed copy of that yet, Mark?
I think I have got your signed copy of it, yes, but I still pick it up because I think £3 for the Max #1. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is really nice. I picked this up for a real bargain the other day. I really like this cover. This is a San Diego Comic-Con from this year. Artist is called Benjamin Zhu, and this
I
was
don't
a
remember
trade.
seeing that at the con.
Yeah, and it's a black and white
Are
version.
there
as
bare
well, which I-
titties on there, or am I seeing things?
No, oh maybe.
That still looks like bare titties.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
well, she's got a web on. She's got a web over them. Does that count?
yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's just like it's not clear enough, and it actually looks like bare tits. Like
Yeah, because the way the shading's done, it does look a bit
yeah,
like
it looks.
Yeah.
It literally looks like bare tits up there.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it looks different. Closer.
Sony is continuing its ridiculous release of movies from the Spider-Man universe that Spider-Man won't appear in, and Madam Web is about to come out, and
Yeah, it
it's
is.
like, and I bet those issues will go up now.
They will.
But
Yeah.
I'd like to
Madam
have
Web's such a
210, but-
fringe character anyway. She's not like she was actually in a lot of comic books, Madam Web, was she?
No.
She
No,
wasn't like an
No.
ongoing-
210's a classic,
character.
and 229 and 230 are classic. She's great in those.
And then
This
But
is
not
another
enough to
one.
get her own
Another one
movie.
I pick up when I see it because it's dirt cheap. But this still's got no value to it. And I think it's not an Alan Moore one. You know, it's the first. It's not. You know, but it is #1 of Swamp Thing. So I
Yeah.
love Swamp Thing. This is another one worth nothing these days, but it used to be worth something. Again, you can pick these up for nothing.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep, Tops.
X-File-
I have to give Tops credit though. They actually did put out some really good comics in the
They
short.
did, yeah.
Stan Ho Kim.
The Jurassic Park one, I've had a number of times. I can sell it day in, day out on whatnot. Can you sell X-Files? No.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Jurassic Parks I want back are the Simonson ones that are polybag sealed. So
Here we go. This I picked up at the last.
Oh wow, that's gorgeous.
So this guy was wandering around. He did tell me he'd got this, and he said, "Would you be interested in buying it?" I said, "Yeah, but I'm only going to pay you half fair market value." So he came round the last London Comic Market I was at. I made him an offer. He wouldn't take it, so I put him up £20, and he sold it to me. So yeah,
I
number
want that
one?
so bad because
Yeah,
it's a
number
fan
one, yeah.
copy.
first
you got-
appearance of
You got it for $20?
no. I think I paid about 160 for it.
Oh.
And that's a Pence copy too, for fuck's sake.
I
It is a
know.
I
very
want
rare.
that so
It's
bad,
freaking
but I'm
gorgeous.
just coming off my Sergeant Furies. If I wasn't coming off stuff, I'd be
And you
begging
know what's
for
different
that.
than the American version is the yellow price. It wasn't yellow
Was it white?
yeah, it was white. over here. That's interesting.
I'm debating real hard on whether or not I want you to stack that for me if you're willing.
Okay.
I do love that one.
Going with that, we have Captain Savage and his Leatherneck Raiders #1. Not worth quite as much.
What's a leatherneck?
In comic
You,
books,
you, you.
in comic
This
books,
guy,
Nick
this guy
Fury-
here above me.
A Marine.
comic-
Is the Leatherneck a Marine?
Leatherneck. A
Leatherneck.
redneck's not a
Yeah,
marine.
and Jarhead.
All right, now what gray in comics? What?
in comics history, was Nick Fury an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. before he was a Howling Commando?
No.
That
So
came
the
3
Howling
years
Commando
later.
comic came first, yeah?
Yeah.
63 was the first issue of his book, and he didn't become an agent of
Art
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Adams.
until 1965.
Art Adams.
Art Adams, yep. That's Art Adams' first pro work.
Is it
Is
really?
it? Is that
Yeah.
his first pro work?
That's
I
his
don't think
first
so.
pro work.
What,
I don't think
Gumby's
so.
Winter Fun special?
Yes, that's Art Adams' first professional work.
I think he was already doing the stuff at
There you
Marvel
go.
when that came out. No, because that's Kamiko. Well, maybe you're
Yeah,
right.
that's his first pro work.
Oh, I didn't know that. They say it's always worth bringing comics along here to get some.
Yeah, that's his first
This
pro
This
work.
is one of these weird ones. This is the type of comic that what's his name? You're one of the what's his name on Cover Slingers as this type of comic. Energy and Safety Adventure.
Roscoe.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, Metarog, maybe.
Oh,
Metarog,
Is that a free comic?
the
I presume
giveaways
it,
and
I presume it was. Yeah.
premiums.
It's
Yeah.
It's one of those infomercial comics kind of thing, isn't
fun
it?
activities. Fun activities with Splice Girls.
Splice Girls.
Well, you know what that
I'm a
is?
fan of Posh Splice. Yeah.
You know what that is, and I'm gonna get in trouble for this one, but it's the Spice Girls on a Far East tour.
No, Kyle, you're not allowed to do that. This is a fun little comic from DC. I just love the cover art. Angel Love. I don't know what they were trying to do here. What market were they trying to go for?
Oh, they were trying to get the young adult teen market. You know,
there was a famous advert for it when it was like, Angel Love is not what you expect, and she's on the cover going cocaine or something like that. Remember that one?
What?
They remember that advert for that comic book back in the day.
And I've got #2 as well. You see #1 quite a lot. You don't often see #2.
Is that Mike Allred?
I got
looks like him, doesn't it? No, the character.
It's
looks
by
like
Barbara
Mike
Slate or Barbara Slats, one of the two. And then I showed you the Max. This actually is worth a lot more than Max #1. This is Gay Comics.
What?
Gay Comics issue 24, where the special appearance of the Max, who says, "Hey, what am I doing in the closet?"
Oh, that's hilarious! I've never
Has anyone seen that before?
No.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
really, that's very rare. It's worth a lot more than Max #1.
Yeah, well, almost anything is apparently.
Yeah.
You know, the Max. Do you guys remember the MTV animated version of the Max?
Yes.
It was actually fantastic.
It was very good. Yeah.
Extremely well done. A lot of people don't even know it existed. I'll tell people about it, and they'll just go, "No, it was never." Just like the Legion of Superheroes cartoon. A lot of people think I'm bullshitting them when I say it had 2 seasons.
No, I've seen that one
on the WB. It's fantastic. It's really well done.
Superheroes was cool. Wasn't there a Freak Force cartoon as well at some point, or not
I don't
Freak
think
Force,
so.
but no, what was it?
Freakazoid?
Oh, no. Wildcats.
By the way.
There was a Wildcats cartoon.
Yeah, there was a Wildcats.
Yeah.
Jim Lee's Wildcats.
Yeah. And
Right.
what's the Rob Liefeld team book?
Oh, Youngblood.
Youngbloods was a CBS cartoon, and then Savage Dragon was also animated.
Yeah, man.
And it was actually pretty good. I mean, the animation was but it's funny. We don't have Saturday mornings anymore, really, at least in the States. I doubt they do anywhere else because kids can watch cartoons anytime they want now. But where'd Darren go?
I don't know. When he comes back, we'll say that his time has run out for showing comic books.
Yeah, sorry, man. You're gone for your 10 minutes.
I always find it a bit spooky when we can see Darren and he's got our photos up there. It's like one of those serial killers,
Like we're all in his sight.
If you see it crossed out someday, you know you're in trouble. Well, it wouldn't be creepy if we found if one of us passed and suddenly there's a cross across our picture when it comes to that's a bit peculiar. What's going on there, Darren? That wasn't the ideal time to go to him to show some comic books, was it?
No.
Hello, Darren.
So did you guys know that Fawcett put out a bunch of mini comics in the 40s trying to get people to give them out instead of candy at Halloween?
They glued a lot to comics too.
Nope.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah,
we have a Mr. Scarlet on here with his
big.
Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of Darren's comics. Let's go back to the
eggnog.
Let's see some of someone else's.
It's your turn.
Yeah, you missed your chance, mate. You missed your chance.
Right. This one's absolutely battered.
See you next week. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
The head.
It's absolutely battered.
Oh, dear.
John Severin.
He pulled out a lot of Forrest Ackerman books last week, Bill.
Charlton?
Volume 1, number 5, 1962 or something.
The head.
Did you say Charlton?
Yeah, he pulled out a lot of Forrest Ackerman books last week.
I didn't know
this
Charlton
one is published by Charlton.
Oh, wow. I never knew that.
1962.
That looks like a John Severin cover. Oh, wow. Is that Boris?
Boris,
awesome. Boris the Spider.
These are just in the hallway as I went down to get a drink, so I thought I'd grab them. Oh, my God,
that's awesome. I love that cover. I don't remember these at all. Look at
this one. Looks like UK edition of something. I don't know what.
Because of the teeth. Because of the teeth. I'm kidding.
There's early Mars Attacks.
No, not Mars Attacks.
Hey, is that that's another Forrest Ackerman? His was Famous Monsters of Film.
Right.
That might have been a knockoff.
It's a knockoff.
It's a knockoff.
Didn't there used to be a TV show in the UK in the 70s, Mark? It's a knockoff.
It's a knockoff.
Oh, that was the one, yeah.
This is another really battered one. Look at the water damage.
That looks more like a Playboy than a Mad, the way it's all tatted on the front and dingy and stained.
Hey,
inside, what's this?
I had a chance to ask you guys this last time, but I just got those posters are great.
Yeah.
But I just got turned on to something from the 70s called Christmas Ghost Stories that they used to air on I believe on the BBC. Have you guys ever heard of those?
There's a tradition, a Christmas Ghost Story is a tradition, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There was one on telly this year.
I watched
one with Finks.
I watched one from like 1970. Oh my God, or 72 or 3. Oh my God, it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, they're quite scary.
They did one this Christmas, an old Arthur Conan Doyle story.
There was one where this kid goes to live with this uncle that he's never known, and the uncle, and then these kids keep showing up, and the kids happen to be ghosts that the uncle has already killed, and it was
great.
It was scary.
That's a good one.
To answer your question,
Sergeant Fury.
That's another John Severin cover.
One for Mark.
Marie's older brother. Oh, what is that? That's awesome.
It's a Durango. I've actually already got that in better condition.
That cover.
Yeah, put that on the bill pile. Since Mark already has that bill pile, please.
That's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. 17 or something like that. It's the only one I've got because it's my birthday book from
bill pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got full reprint. I think it's got 2 full Nick Fury stories in there, actually.
Yeah.
That's great.
That one's been on the shelf for a while.
Bill pile, please.
If he dressed up like a
Yeah,
gorilla,
really
would he
good.
be
That's
Nick
really
Fury?
good. That's really good. Alan Class. It's got 2 full great Nick Fury stories in it.
Yeah. Bill
And
Pyle,
it's
please.
not in that. That's actually in
Bill
Reasonable.
Pyle. Thank you, sir. Bill Pyle.
Don't let him charge you more than a £5 for it, Bill.
Right. Something for Kyle.
All right.
This heavy box.
Or Flubert or whatever I'm called these days.
Whatever your name is today.
Well, you told me the other week that such and such
Thunderbile.
book was the best thing I'd shown, so I thought I'd try and
Lord
show
of
some
the
more
Jungle.
books like
Ooh, that's
All
nice.
Girls Own.
How old
Oh
is
my
that?
God.
1934. It says on there.
Oh my God.
He knows fruit salt every morning.
Well, it's
He knows fruit salt.
90 years old, isn't it? It's 1924 to that now.
Yeah,
So
34.
90 years old.
Yeah. That's nice.
90
And
years
that
old.
is such those are such precursors to the comic genre.
Ramona Fraser
like-
was only 7 years old when that came
Yeah,
out.
they're very
Yeah.
penny. They're very much like Penny Dreadfuls.
Yeah, they had
25.
tech stories with art, and
Wow.
they ended up folding a lot of that stuff into comic books. That helped launch
That's nice. And that's
schoolboys and
Things-
schoolgirls
Got the
zone.
1925
British
one on my
comics.
pile.
Holy
Things
crap!
have changed a lot nowadays.
1925. Jesus.
Yeah,
Things
you
have
put that
changed
one
a
on my
lot
pile,
nowadays.
Darren.
You're not allowed to own schoolgirls anymore.
Sorry,
Okay.
Mark.
Yeah, I'll have that one on my pile, the 1925 one. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Okay, listen, Mark. I think, Mark, if you're planning to still come over,
I am, yeah.
it's best to just leave them in the boxes.
Oh, fine. Just leave it in the box.
I've
Yeah.
got 20
Now,
20 boxes of this.
Those go back
my
to
God.
the teens. That's an early issue, but those go back to the teens.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Sexton Blake. I've heard that name.
Yeah,
TV show.
Sexton Blake is a classic English detective. He used to appear in little pocket books like this that went back to the
Wow.
1920s.
You got any Dick Barton?
Do you know, I haven't seen any Dick Bartons.
Hey, what was that British show in the late 60s, early 70s? And he was either a spy or a private eye or something, and he had a weird mustache.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it Adam Adamant? No, it was.
no.
Oh my God. That may be like
Wingard.
1919.
Wingard or something like that was his name, wasn't it? Can't
Yes,
remember the name.
well, yeah, Patrick Wingard.
Yeah, he was a weirdo, wasn't? I mean, not weird. But he was just
What
different,
year is
right?
that?
He was a
My
great
dad was
actor.
talking about that just the other day, and I can't remember what the show was now. I keep
I
thinking
don't know
Adam
what year it
Adamant,
is.
That was someone else, I think. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, Peter Wingard. He died a couple
Jason
years
King.
ago.
Jason King.
That has like
Jason King,
1913 to 1919 written all over it.
Oh, here it is. Copyright 1922 on the bottom of the first
Yeah.
bit.
All
He
right.
played a character
So I
called
missed it by a
Jason
couple
King
years.
in a series called Department S.
Oh.
It's so heavy.
Oh, was that the name of the show, Department S?
Yeah, and the character was called Jason King. I think the second series was actually called Jason King.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was
So-
he was very different.
Hey, Mark,
than
did you
everybody
see
else
you just
at the
whipped
time.
out a Boy's Own from 1922?
No, I missed that one.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm gonna take up by Botty Bottom.
Butty Bottom.
What was the name on that front of that?
Take what up your bottom?
It's Betty Botty Bottom, yeah. No, it's Betty Balfour. Betty Balfour. Oh no, have I frozen? Oh no, Gray's moving. It's gone quiet.
Yes.
Still
I'm
appreciating.
having to read something.
Oh
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
Those are awesome.
If those weren't such a pain in the ass to ship over to the States, I would have laid claims to every one of them. But they're going to end up in Mark's library. Stars off the record. Who is that?
Yeah,
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Who's she?
is that?
Those have got me stars from yesteryear.
It's Rutherford. Oh no, it's by Rutherford.
Rutherford Rao.
Yeah.
Johnny Ray.
Johnny Ray.
Poor old Johnny Ray.
Poor old Johnny Ray.
Frankie Lane.
Come on, Eileen.
Frankie Lane.
I didn't.
Eddie. That's
Eddie Fisher.
Debbie
and Debbie
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Eddie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds.
Wasn't she the mother of Carrie Fisher? I say.
That was Carrie Fisher's
Was
parents.
she Carrie Fisher's
Yeah.
mum?
That was Carrie Fisher's dad too.
Yeah.
Frankie Vaughan.
Frankie Vaughan. Ah.
Frankie.
Sinatra.
That's a nice
Frank
little book.
Sinatra. All the Frankies.
Boys and
Bit
Girls
too
Cinema
frank for me.
Club, Daniel.
That's what early
What was on the
40s,
cinema in
late
that book
30s,
then?
early 40s.
Ah, we have
Did they make any
inscription.
films.
60. That's 60s.
Colin Green,
1948, it says.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
it when
48,
they've got,
okay.
I love those inscriptions.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I figured. It was late 30s, early 40s, but
You just said 60s, didn't you?
Colour stills.
Got to be
from-
Antarctic.
Got to the Antarctic.
That
would-
Western.
Right. So
Well, film,
whoever
I'm guessing,
Colin
was it
Green
film?
was, his parents were quite rich because that would have been quite a pricey annual with those colour pictures in it.
yeah.
Look
Really?
at that. Tarzan.
Tarzan the Mighty.
Johnny Weissmuller.
Ha! You guys will love this. You be Yanks.
There you go.
Oh man, now those are my heroes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Curly died quite young. I don't even think he made it to 40.
But they replaced him, didn't they?
Yeah, they replaced him. Well, they replaced him with his brother Shemp. But Mo, Shemp, and Curly were all three brothers. Larry was not, but Larry was a childhood friend.
Not clipped, not clipped.
Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't clipped.
So
Like
when
the
you
one-
go,
The
So-
one you gave me, Mark.
the price on in these British annuals, the price is on that front blank page. And what a lot of parents would
Dean
do
Martin and
is
Jerry
split
Lewis.
off the price.
So they didn't
So
know.
the,
Yeah.
the kid didn't know how much had been spent for their Christmas present.
Yeah.
I
Mark,
did not know
remember-
that, Mark.
Sorry?
I thought it was the newsagents clipping it to prove that it had been sold or something.
Oh, I think it's the no. I don't. I
Yours
thought-
sounds sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah, no, I think Mark's right. I
the,
think Mark's
the
right.
Marvel annual you gave me, Mark,
Yeah.
Super cinema.
it had it intact, remember?
Yes, it's not clipped. Yeah,
I
which
know. I'm so proud of that.
It's rarer.
A non price clipped something is so much more desirable than a clip.
Oh, I'm sure it's like a comic with or without a Marvel stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's probably not quite as damaging. The Marvel stamp
Is that
missing is
Captain
really.
Blood?
Right.
Oh, no,
They would
Master of
take out a panel from the
Yeah, I mean,
page.
it is on a
behind it.
blank page, and you're just taking off the price point, so it's not
And
really.
what's
Oh my
worse
God.
is
Right.
those Marvel stamps. They were in some key comics.
They were. First
the
appearance
classic
of Wolverine.
181, isn't it?
There's an even older one.
Wow.
1923. Jolly Hockey Sticks. Her school treat.
Toffee cream.
Murray's Toffee Cream. The perfect
I was trying
toffee.
to figure out what language that was in until I finished reading it.
Yeah, it looked German.
I know, right? It did. Or Norwegian.
Yeah, I don't think German would have gone down too well in 1923.
If you want to go caravanning on the Broads, that probably means something dirty these days.
No,
Might have been back then too.
If you're gonna go dogging in the woods,
That's like dogging in Doncaster. Darren.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
see now you
Full
can talk
of
about dogging
castaways.
in Doncaster, but y'all get upset when I write poetry about Yoda dogging an Ewok.
We don't get upset.
I
just
love
get
your
disgusted.
poems. More.
More like we get disgusted.
Gibbs
Gibbs?
Dentifrice.
Gibbs Dentifrice?
It's a toothpaste. Gibbs. It was a
Dentifrice.
UK
I don't-
toothpaste brand.
Something to do with teeth. That's a nice cover plate.
I don't get I don't get upset or saddened by Carl's poetry. I just feel an overall sense of like depression for mankind, you know.
It's supposed to be the type of poetry that makes your
Like a forlorn
oh,
hopelessness.
it's supposed to make your guts want to just reach up
Right.
and
So
strangle.
guys, who is the famous schoolboy from Greyfriars? Because look at that. That says Greyfriars at the top of it.
Is it Billy Bunter?
Yeah. The
Is it
owl
Billy
of the
Bunter?
remove. Yeah, Billy Bunter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Great Prize.
This got inscription, but it's in
Angel.
pencil and hard to read.
Yeah.
That might be pre. When
I
Did you ever read
absolutely
any of them
love
old? Did
10
you ever read
years
them
ago,
old
I'd have
boarding
taken
school
all
books,
these off your
Mark?
hands.
Like,
yeah, I got some of the
I used
original.
to like. Do you remember Just Jennings?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember the Just Jennings book?
I
used to
do,
read
yeah.
them a lot as a kid. They
Yeah,
were
I used
cool.
to read them. They were in the school library.
Yeah, they were good fun. Them books. Yeah.
Oh, that's my year of birth. I might have to have that
School
one.
Friend 1959. Oh,
What year?
that's
59?
the old. That's the newest one that you've shown us. 10 years before I was born.
Yeah, this is this modern rubbish.
That's the most recent one you've shown there, Mark, Darren. Yeah, modern. That's only 64 years
So,
old,
Mark,
mate.
you're going to hit 65 this year.
I am, yeah.
That's awesome. I'll be 61 this year.
Nice.
They're nice, though, aren't they?
Mark's going to celebrate by buying key comics for all his friends. Is that right, Mark?
I
Aw.
think you got the birthday thing the wrong way round there, Gray.
Wait, what?
Daily
Mail
Mail
Annual.
Edited by- Susan French. Okay, that's a nice cover.
When's that from?
Don't
I
know,
like
it
the
must be,
cover.
again,
The Royal
quite...
Family in colour.
What the hell are you going to do with all these, Darren? Because they're not the same market as your comic buyer.
They'd be filling up my bookshelves if it was 10 years
No,
sooner.
you've got to wonder, haven't you?
well, Dad's got a log burner and he needs
got
something
one.
to light the
Queen
wood
Mother.
with.
Is that
yeah.
a brownie? That looks like a
Is
brownie.
that the Queen Mother? Is that the Queen Mother there?
What will happen, Mark, is that they'll all go on
Is
the
that the
website in a special
Yeah.
section
Yeah.
and they'll stay there for a year or
Yeah.
two through discount sales.
Okay.
And if that works, then that's where they'll stay. And if it doesn't, then I'll rattle them all up and send them off to auction.
Yeah.
Annual for girls.
Because they're all really interesting kind of things. But it's like you say, is there a market for it? They're like,
Well,
you know,
you know what?
There
In a
is-
funny
there has
way,
to be a
they're
market
all
for 'em.
interesting, but I wouldn't want to buy them
Yes.
myself.
If I just put like 10 of them on the website, they would probably never sell. But I have a sneaky suspicion that if you've got a huge volume of something, that those people who like that stuff will eventually somehow find their way to.
find
Not all
it.
of
Yeah.
them,
There will
but
be
it's
a
about
market for
having
it.
the.
Find it.
You got to have
I'm
the breadth
telling
of
you,
stuff.
if it wasn't a nightmare to
Oh,
ship,
radio fun.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
right.
Look at that
Oh, my
cover.
God,
That's Norman
Look at
Wisdom.
that
Yeah,
cover.
wisdom.
That is a
that
beautiful
that
cover.
would just fill up
Norman
one of my
Wisdom.
bookshelves. If that wasn't a pain in the ass to ship over here, I'd just fill up my
Aren't they
bookshelf.
great? Oh, my God. They're fantastic.
Mm.
There are people who want them, but they're few and far between. It's obviously
And
different
it's a
kind of
slice
thing.
of life. And there's that set of comics that they had a bunch of.
This is almost the generation before us. Is comic books, isn't it? Really? You
Yeah.
think about it. It's like
Yeah.
the generation before us, like
Yeah.
our parents' comic books, kind of thing.
They would
Oh,
call that almost looks like our crumb. They would almost call this stuff platinum age.
Platinum.
All the fun of
That's
all the
Yeah,
fun of
that's
the
what they
year.
that's what they call
Golden
that's what they
Cocoa,
call the stuff
Stapp.
from 1900 to 1933.
Yeah, this is like 1947. A couple of them go back.
Oh, these are
here.
40. Oh, I missed it. I meant the earlier ones, but yeah, you're right.
The earlier ones definitely 1940.
1949. Hello,
Nine.
folks. Step right inside the
Hey,
Jolly Book and
everybody.
meet all your favorite radio stars.
Hey guys,
You've got the
Hello,
job.
folks.
You passed the interview.
Charlie Chester.
so my pal Harry Knowles was saying that they picked up a new cop. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
That's what it feels like for me being on this
looks
channel.
like Hitler. It looks like Hitler on the right, but
What, be surrounded by a load of monkeys?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. I resemble that remark.
Mark was sharpest there. Oh, what's this?
I
wonder
was about to say that.
What is that?
The Golden Treasure album of the screen.
The Golden Treasury album.
So
of the
there's no
screen.
dust cover, but I
Oh,
guess there
Golden
might have been
Treasury album
one.
of the screen.
This might be a dust coverless book.
Dust
Let's open
coverless.
the curtains.
Dust coverless. I like that.
Ah,
Oh, look at that. Now that's one of the what do you call those kind of prints? They were
Sepia tone.
yeah. Well, it looks sepia tone, but is it? I guess it is. Hi everybody. I'd like to thank everyone
Norma
for my
Shearer.
award this year.
Is that Norma Shearer?
Mm.
Norma Shearer. I've never even heard of Norma Shearer.
Wait. My mother was named after Norma Shearer. My mother was literally named after
Really?
Norma Shearer. Yeah.
Shearer
Let's
is
see
a
if I can
really
find
strange
someone I
name to give a
Oh, here's
girl.
Wow.
No,
one for you
Norma,
guys.
not Shearer, dumbass.
American dudes. You're gonna
That's
love this
funny
one.
though. Wow, Gary Cooper. That looks like a picture from the Ayn Rand movie.
My first car was named after him.
Mini Cooper.
Oh, wow, here's
She won an
another one.
Oscar in 1930.
You named your Mini
Norma
Cooper
Shearer
Gary.
won an
That's
Oscar in
hilarious.
1930.
Gary, yeah, I took Gary down to the Privy today, and okay. Oh, is that Irene Ryan?
Greta Garbo at the top.
Oh, Greta Garbo up top. It looked like Irene Ryan when she in her early days.
This looks just like. Oh, wow, yeah. So look, again, so tricky not to damage these while you're doing this, but it's
Oh, I
just
know.
throughout. It's just pictures,
Oh my God,
a little
they're
bit of text.
They're
The
gorgeous.
problem is, in 20 years' time, there's no market for these.
Yeah, you're right, because everyone will be dead who remembers
Yeah.
them.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost a dead market
Yeah.
now. Amazing.
It's just finding the niche person or a few people.
You
who
know,
are
one or
interested.
two of these will be worse. That last one you showed in good condition, you know, is a sort of archival book about those movies, you know, so that'll be okay. But
That probably has some good stuff in it.
I bet it's all flower pot men and what's he call it, Muffin the Mule in that.
Yeah, I think Muffin's going to be Muffin the Mule.
Have inscription at the top there.
What year is it?
1955.
Flower Pot Men and Muffin the
Okay.
Mule, we think.
Oh, to Jane.
You know,
it's text.
It cracks me up.
Was it called
that
Story
people-
Time with Mother or something like that?
People considered Doctor Who kiddie fare back in the 60s, but yet it was so adult in so many ways. I find it hard to believe that it was just geared towards kids.
It's not very good, is it? It's a bit
I've got to say the most recent episodes of Doctor Who, I thought the Christmas one was pretty rubbish. It wasn't really. I didn't really float my boat. The Christmas one.
Oh, I love I like the new Doctor Who a lot. I think he's fantastic.
Well, I don't mind it.
He's more
I don't mind
heroic
the Doctor
than-
Who, but I don't like.
Have you liked the new ones, Mark?
I don't. I mean, I've not really
I
like.
saw the first one. I saw the one that came out before Christmas with David Tennant and
Neil Patrick Harris.
That one with the toy maker.
That one was pretty
that
good.
One with the toy maker.
I
Was,
quite liked it.
I thought that one was
no,
great.
I thought the ending. I thought it was like literally they bet the whole fucking universe on a game of catch. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like,
No, but
Doctor,
that's
how can you not think of a game where the advantage
how
of
ridiculous
two
the
against one
character
would have been
is.
better? That was daft. No, but he's not. He never used to be anyway. I just don't. I thought, oh, here we go. There's two of them now. They're going to come up with some great game where their numbers are going to mean they can't possibly lose. But no, they went for a game of catch instead. It's like, what the hell?
Well, you know who the original one was, the original Celestial Toy Maker in the original series with the first Doctor was the guy who became Alfred in the Batman movies.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we've got a secret here, and I don't know what it is.
What's the secret?
It's a secret.
Let's look at the inside. So this is this one here. Look, 1927.
Hobby annual. Okay.
There's a dust cover here, which is like more a pocket than a dust cover, and there's something inside it. I don't know what it is. Let's find out.
Are you sure?
Is it a treasure map?
Oh,
it's something cool.
It's Tetris. It's an early version of Tetris.
It is Tetris.
Woodworking chart.
What the hell?
It's a woodworking chart.
That is so
hobby
cool.
annual woodworking chart.
I love that.
And there's something else in there as well. Let me get that out.
It's a bunch of joinery.
Something else.
That's
I don't know what it is.
Though, isn't it? Because that's the name of the comic.
Don't
Let's
lose
do
it.
the other one.
1927. How to build an aeroplane.
Oh, there's two more things.
Superman #1. Wait, what?
Yeah, 1927. 1927. Kids were given skills, proper woodworking skills, and nowadays they wouldn't have anything like that, would they?
No.
What
no.
the hell
And they
is it?
take their arm off for. Oh wow!
What's that? How to make a gate. Oh, it's an aeroplane. What did I say? How to make an aeroplane. I said that.
Wow, that's awesome.
An aeroplane vase.
A fretwork aeroplane.
Fretwork aeroplane
That's-
vase.
That's pretty damn cool.
One more secret. What's this one?
Yeah, some crazy stuff.
Oh, how to make your own radio. I reckon that's
Hobby
worth
annual
something.
radio guide for making your own radio set.
You need to, that one is worth
Wow.
something, Darren.
I bet
That
so,
is
too.
definitely worth something.
What
That's
this book or the freebie all
the
together?
book with all those bits in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
isn't
check
that wonderful?
With all the
Nothing in the
inserts, it's probably worth more with the inserts.
Yeah,
I
that is
suppose it's
definitely
not called
worth
a
money
wireless,
to
they
people
call it
who
a
want to build
wireless
fretwork
technology.
aeroplanes.
What a good find.
You Brits and your
I think it'll be
freebies with
more
your comics.
interest.
Yeah,
There's another.
absolutely fantastic. There you go. That's the state of
Oh, look,
aviation.
look,
in
guys.
Put one of those
1927.
things back in. Hold on.
Yeah, put them all back in, mate, before you get them lost.
I will
Is
do.
there
I'll
anything in
do
the back
something.
cover?
They've been in there since 1927, so they've been in there 90
At
odd
least
years.
half an hour.
Probably. Is there,
I actually,
Is there
I
none in
actually
the back
think Kyle's
cover,
kitchen is
Darren?
beautiful, by the way.
No, nothing in the back cover. But this is another hobby annual, so
Hobby
we'll check
annual.
this
It's
one
got hidden
too.
pockets.
That's so cool. Modern boy.
1936.
No
That's older
pocket.
than my dad, that is. Yeah.
Every boy's hobby annual, 1930.
1930.
You want to buy some speed?
On the cover, there's 30. This car could go to almost 80 miles an hour. What is the max speed in 1930? Does it say on that article?
Probably about 5 miles an hour with a man walking in front of you with a red flag.
No, it was modern era. Let's say this is your cricket bat. How to make a cricket bat.
Well,
Right, well, that
I bet
was-
80 miles an hour. I bet
That was the end of that box.
Well, that was a good box.
That was a little
Okay.
treat for Kyle, and we lost him halfway through.
I like Kyle's kitchen, by the way. I don't think I'd
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen it before.
he does like to wander off, old Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, he's wandering back again.
Flubert
Some
Flonderbile.
biscuits.
But
Yeah, I
this
thought I'd open my
collection,
new name, Flubert Flanderbile, Lord of the Jumble.
I reckon this collection's
There you go.
probably got
He says,
10 boxes like that, maybe 20.
Why on earth? Why on earth does he come up with these? It's just like his poetry. It's like
That was my one. That was
I wouldn't want Kyle any other way. Don't get me wrong, but his names crack me up. Oh, fuck you too. I love you, man.
Right, you want to see some comics?
Yeah.
Only if they've got how to make fretwork aeroplanes in them.
Fretwork Legion of Superheroes Hall.
Yeah.
Sorry, still doing preparations for the kids to come over and stuff later. And make
Smashing the place up a bit.
Are these 20 boxes you've got of those annuals? Are they all the same sort of era?
No, so yes and no. The oldest thing I found in there was 1887.
Wow.
Whoa!
But I haven't looked. It was just I just picked one up and said, "Oh, that looks old," and it was 1887, so it was old. So that doesn't mean it's the earliest one, and I certainly haven't gone through them. So literally, I've hardly gone into the boxes because I had to take the collection in a rush. So I took 30. I thought I took 30 long boxes, and literally it was me and my dad just doing that for 2 hours, just putting them into long boxes. Then they went in the van, then they came back to my house, then they got stacked up, and that's it. So the great fun about showing them on the show is I don't even know what's in the box, the same as you don't know what's in the box. So it's fun for me as well.
Yeah.
But I would say that there's probably 10 boxes of this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is the sort of before annuals became modern, before an annual became like a Beano or Dandy annual.
Yeah.
So there's I'd split it into 3 periods. So there's the say 1940, maybe 1950 and before.
Yeah.
Then I'd say 1950 to about 1965-ish, and then I'd say later. So I'd say of the 30 boxes, there's probably, I don't know, 8 in the 50s and before.
Yeah.
Then there's all those Western annuals, millions of them.
Right.
So, but those Western annuals fall in the sort of 50s to the 65 era.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's basically one of every Western annual that there was in that time period. It probably fills 6 or 7 boxes, just Western annuals.
Have you guys ever
in the
seen,
same era?
Have you guys ever seen these? These are
Archie.
the calendars are like they were huge and they were sent out
Calendars.
to distributors, and they're really hard to find, but they're really kind of cool looking. I would love to get a few of those.
So then out of the rest of the boxes, there's, because the collection went up to like just a few years ago, there's all sorts of modern stuff. So all the UK annuals such as Victor, Hotspur, Hurricane, Lion,
Eagle,
all that stuff. Almost full sets of those.
Yeah.
And then there's some just really much. So this guy obviously was just like reading about comics and books and art. So there's a bunch of books that are like telling the history of comic and art that are fairly modern.
Yeah.
And so this 30 long boxes is the entire book collection.
Right. Okay.
And then there was another 24 short boxes of comics. And so you've seen a lot of the comics.
Yeah.
You've not seen many of the books.
No.
But I didn't think the books would be of appeal until Kyle like freaked out the other day when he saw one. I thought, oh, well, maybe you'd like to see some. Right, comics.
Yeah, those things are massively important in comic book history.
But they're largely forgotten.
Yeah,
by the masses.
I've bought collections before and they've had just 1 or 2 books like this in there. And I've gone, oh, what am I going to do with that? The same as Mark, you're like, what are you going to do with those? But because I've bought such a bulk of them, I can set aside a category on the website and dedicate it for that. And I can advertise for that. It's worth advertising and looking on Facebook for people into that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to price them high because here's my general rule. You can always lower a price later, but once you've sold it, you can't increase the price again.
Yeah.
So you might as well start high and sell, because I don't know the values of the books. I don't know what people are willing to pay. So I might as well start high and bring them down.
I'm going to search on eBay for them, see what any have gone on eBay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have, but again, the people on eBay, I think it's the sold that matters. We all know that. It's the sold price, not what it's listed at, because there's a lot of dreamers.
Right.
But there's a problem with the sold price as well if there's only 1 or 2. And if people are putting on for bids or even for buy it nows, not everybody's looking at eBay all the time. And if it's a fixed price buy it now, it could have been under put on anyway. So it might have sold too cheap. So, I have no problem at all with pricing high even if people say, "Oh, that Splat Comics is a high-priced asshole" or whatever, that's just the way it is, and I can gradually bring things down. And if they don't sell, as I said, they'll go to auction. The problem with auction is auctioneers aren't doing it. Okay, so let's just talk about auction just a second. Auctioneers make their money from selling your stuff, and they take a commission from the seller and a commission from the buyer.
Yeah.
And the commission from the seller is a percentage and usually a fixed amount.
Yes.
So they might say £4 an auction lot and 20% on top, and they'll take another 20% off the buyer. So they're getting 40% plus a fixed fee to sell something. So it's the auctioneer's time is money. They've got so much stuff they want to put it through. So they don't like to sell things individually, which is how you'd get the best price. They clump them together into lots. So you might have 10 or 20 books in a lot, and maybe the person who wants that lot only wants one thing in that lot. So he will pay the maximum bid for him is the price that he would pay for that one item. All the other 19 items, he doesn't want them. They'll just go into storage or thrown in the bin. Very unlikely he'll try to resell them because that's just a problem to him of reselling. He just wants that one item. So auctions are a great place to find bargains as a buyer, but they're such a soul destroyer for a seller, in my opinion, when they clump them together in lots.
Yep.
Agreed.
Has your auction been going, Mark?
I've had some absolute stonkers deals. I bought a load of. I did buy some book lots, and one of the lots I bought, it had exactly as Darren was just saying.
Oh wow, I love that.
That's the first issue of Valor, isn't it?
Number 3.
Oh, it's number 3.
It was a lot of books, and one of the books in there.
Bill, can you put that in the bill pile?
One of the books in there was.
Okay, thanks. All right.
Was an Evil Dead companion signed by Sam Raimi, also the guy who played Ash in the Evil Dead,
Bruce Campbell,
Bruce
Campbell, and by the guy who produced films as well, cool. Tappert, and also the book's author signed it. The guide to pre-code horror.
Yep, that's amazing.
Nice. Yeah, that's interesting.
Who's the biggest character to come out of NEC Comics?
The Tick.
The Tick. Tales.
These are reprints, so don't get too excited. Let's listen to Mark's story.
I got about 12 different books and things in there, and it was 60 quid. And I put the Evil Dead one up on eBay for $250. And it was up there for about 3 days. And I got a bite at $150. I told him he needed to pay me $165, and he agreed. So for that lot of 60 quid, I immediately made 100 quid profit and got about 12 other books for nothing.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Oh,
you know, autographs
are too terrible to tell.
New, look at that. That's a Ditko cover. Yeah, that's a Ditko cover. That's a very famous Ditko cover. Isn't that great? Oh my God, it looks so weird. That was a Charlton originally. Wow.
Are these all the this is NEC?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all pre-code horror that were already public domain. And so they printed. Oh, look at that.
Are these all reprints?
It's a reprint, look.
Are these like the two reprints? Yeah.
Yeah, New England Comics, where the Tick came from.
Those were. This was their second biggest seller.
I used to have that book. I traded that book to Johnny, and he got a big deal out of it.
100 most collectible
comics.
I've still got that. I've still got that in a poly bag with the Todd McFarlane cards with it.
Well, there's no information inside the pocket on how to make an airplane. Say again.
Keep that one aside, Dan. We'll have to go through it one. Keep that one aside. We'll go through it one show and look at the 100 most collectible comics.
They are definitely the top 100 comics. I mean, you can name the top. You could rattle the top 20 right off your head.
Do you think they're the same now?
Pretty much. It's
Yeah.
Tech 27, Super Action Comics 1.
What the hell is that?
Marvel Comics 1.
If this
That's
is
an
all
image-
about Wolverine,
that's an
then
image
Gray's
comic,
got to
that.
have this one.
That looks like
No
that looks
way.
like Bad Life Elf,
That's an
which is
image
an
comic, isn't it?
oxymoron, but
No, it's wizard. It's a wizard. It's a.
No,
It's a
it's
fanzine.
that. It's one of the other.
Hang on.
oh, that's the
That's
first.
Spawn,
That's
isn't
one of them other
It's
image
on
covers.
cover.
It looks very familiar. Can't even.
You got a lot of early appearances in those. They're not terribly
Men
valuable.
of War
but they-
number
Oh, that's a
one.
nice
Men
one.
of War. Number 1. Cool.
Men of War. I don't remember
Go
that.
on then, put it in my pile.
In the pile.
I think I got number 2 of that for you the other day. Tarzan of the Apes and Tarzan. Weird fantasy. Is that a comic shop, Weird Fantasy, with the label?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there ever a comic shop in the UK called Weird Fantasy?
Now,
Wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
I think it's time to reveal the secret of this collection. What do you think?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The man I
You bought it
bought this
Weird
from,
Fantasy.
the man I bought this from, owned that shop
Weird Fantasies.
in London,
Ah,
and I think it was in the 70s.
where was it?
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know where
Oh,
the shop
wow.
was. I don't think it exists today.
I bet we
The
could.
Well,
guy-
isn't that the address stamped on the cover?
no.
No, I think it's long gone because I know the guy emigrated, and I'm guessing to Australia because we've seen a lot of Australian
Australia.
comics, right?
Yeah.
And then I think he came back again.
Okay. Would you like to know about the Weird Fantasy?
Ah.
Weird Fantasy was a comic shop in New Cross, East London, opened by Frank Dobson in 1975.
You're joking.
In
This is the man who I
Frank
bought the
Dobson,
collection.
that name sounds familiar.
In 1979, it was taken over by Des Skin of Quality Communication,
What?
who had formerly rented the space above the shop and was renamed Quality Comics. There you go. That's what Weird Fantasy was.
So Des Skin
Now-
opened his own comic store?
Yeah.
I never
Now,
knew
Frank
Well,
that.
he
Dobson-
started up Quality Comics, didn't he? And he
Did you
did some
say-
publishing. He still sells comics on eBay.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what? He
I write with him.
I friended him last year, and he is the nicest guy in the world. He's so approachable.
Yeah.
And I can talk to him about anything. I love that guy.
I wrote with him in fan scene. The issues I didn't fan scene, I worked with him on that.
He's just the nicest. He's almost as nice as you guys.
Not
Now,
possible.
Frank Dobson, he passed away in March last year,
Right.
and I got in touch with
Right.
his sons. Well, he's got 2 sons. One of them's a comic collector, and the other one collects vinyl, so records.
Yeah.
The comic collector's son had already taken out 8 boxes of the best comics.
Yeah.
I got what was left.
Yeah.
In effectively a house clearance because the house needed to be emptied within a couple of weeks because it had been sold.
Right.
Frank Dobson's other claim to fame is that in the mid-70s, I believe, he started one of the first, if not the first, comics fanzine in the UK. And I believe it was called Fantasy Advertiser.
Okay.
And that's pretty much all I know.
I've got a
I'm not-
couple of those upstairs. A couple of those original
I've heard
fantasy
that name
advertisers.
before, Frank Dobson.
And the reason I
I
wanted
thought I heard
to...
the name when you said it. It sounded familiar, but
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to be respectful and not mention his name
Oh,
because
sorry.
the guy passed away. And no, Mark, I'm not. I was going to tell you on the show tonight
Yeah.
anyway. So the fact that you said it is absolutely fine. But because I didn't want people to start contacting his kids out of the blue
Oh, no.
to buy the 8 boxes left over,
Right.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
which would have been horrible for people on this show to go, because there are some sharks in the comic world. Someone could
think
look
any
at
of
this
them
show
watch
on
this
YouTube.
back.
It's there for the world. Start trying to track them down. That would be horrible, and I wouldn't want to be the source of that. But I did ask the son that I'd done the deal with whether it would be okay, and I've been by text message, and I tried to call him several times, over the last couple of months, and I haven't had any contact at all. So you know what? That's fine. And so I decided, it just time when the moment was right, I would just tell the guys, because Carl wanted to know for the posterity, because it matters sometimes with some of the stuff. It would be interesting to know what the history of some of these items. And so there you go.
Absolutely.
So it says here, Frank Dobson was known as the godfather of British fandom. He established Fantasy Advertiser as an ad zine, especially in advertising services for comic collectors. Dobson produced 31 issues of Fantasy Advertiser, but when he emigrated to Australia in 1970, he handed the zine to two contributors, Des Skin and Paul McCartney. That's your mate, isn't it? Yeah. That's your mate, isn't it? No, that's the guy in the London Comic Con. That's the guy at the London Comic Mart, Gray.
Oh, it's not the Paul McCartney?
No,
That's right.
there's a
Not
guy
from the Beatles.
Yeah, I was thinking, and I bought all these from Frank Dobson.
He's Paul McCartney. He's got one of the biggest stalls at the London Comic Mart. He's older than me. He must be in his early 70s now.
Wow.
Yeah. So Des Skin and he's about the same age as Des Skin, so it makes sense. Yeah.
So does Des set up at the Comic Mart?
No. He sells on eBay.
Did you know?
So anyway,
Des Skin was a sub-editor on Wizard.
On what?
I say Des Skin was the sub-editor on Wizard. Oh, fuck's sake. You shut up and let me talk, you'll hear me. I said Des Skin apparently was a sub-editor on Wizard and Chips, Core and Buster. And Thorpe and Porter, it says here.
Des Skin's a big name in the UK comic world.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, he's here. Well, you know what I call him British Stan Lee, and he loves it. I go, well, you're British Stan Lee. He goes, you're not the first person who called me that. And I'm like, of course not, because he was the Roy Thomas, basically, of British comics.
Mark, I'm sure Mark will know this better than I will, but wasn't Des Skin heavily involved in, was it either 2000 AD or in the Marvel UK stuff?
Marvel UK stuff.
Marvel UK.
Marvel UK. He was editor for a period of time.
That's why I call him the British Stan Lee.
It says here, something to do with Warrior magazine as well, apparently.
Yeah, Warrior magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, he was okay. That's right. I knew that.
But I think that's
until recently, he was still selling original copies of Warrior magazine from his own warehouse stock.
Wow.
And I bought a whole bunch. I bought virtually my Warrior magazines that I've got, but came from Des.
I've got a shitload of those, by the way. I don't know how I got them, but I have a bunch of the ones where Marvel Man first appeared. Yeah,
V for Vendetta.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he fell out with Alan Moore.
Probably pretty quickly.
Most people do fall out with Alan Moore.
Yeah. David Lloyd still talks to him. That kind of surprised me a little bit. But David's the nicest guy in the world. I love that.
Yeah, but they fell out over money. If you fall out with Alan Moore, it's usually about money, I think.
Yeah.
So there we go. And anybody watching the channel, please don't use this as an inroad to go and try and hassle some people for comics, because that's not why I've told anyone.
And they probably don't have them anymore anyway, folks.
Yeah, well, and it's so important to be respectful of someone who's passed away.
Oh, no, exactly. Yeah. Especially when they're as big as Frank Dobson. I mean, for sure. It sounds like he was a giant. So
he must have come back from Australia then at some stage, Darren.
He did, right? Didn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he must have done. And I think that's how he, because there's all sorts of Australian Marvel Man stuff that we've seen over the weeks in here, and Miller American stuff as well. Here, what's Kyle showing?
Comic. Oh, the underground thing.
Don't you mean Cornelius Cornelius?
Oh, Des Skin.
Yeah. Itchy bum smelly finger. That's the company Cornelius works for.
Itchy bum. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Sometimes the
My
show
God.
for kids.
That's a hoarder's bedroom.
No shit. It's gorgeous, though. I love it. I love it.
Right, so back to some comics, maybe. Oh no, one. What we doing? Where's he gone? Oh,
He's
here we go.
changed again.
Have another Western one. That's a good one. It's a square bound.
Yeah, what you need to become a very rich man is for the to be
I
a
changed
huge
your name
renaissance,
about half an hour ago, and he's not noticed.
a huge renaissance in 1950s cowboy movies.
Yeah, a good film. A good film to come out.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
a nice
interesting.
one.
Joe
Blue
Simon
Bolt
and
by
Jack
Joe Simon
Kirby.
and Jack Kirby. That is interesting.
Very modern.
it's a reprint.
That's got to be a reprint of an old one, isn't it? Verotic.
Very modern. Yeah.
Verotic?
Erotic does naughty boy.
Verotic,
Verotic is
yeah.
a porn comic, isn't it? Yeah.
Has it got naughty pictures in it?
It's owned by
It's Kirby.
Oh
Porn.
my eyes!
it's owned by what? It's owned by
So
who's Danzig.
Glenn
Danzig.
Danzig. Glenn Danzig, yeah.
No, I think these are just reprints.
It's
not
interesting.
even- Yeah, it's a first print. 1998.
Yep.
Again, so look, the collection is so crazy because you've got 1920 stuff mixed in with modern stuff, Western, DC, hardly any
That is
Marvel,
crazy.
But what's
Australian
interesting?
English.
What the hell's that?
The Red Demon. Alfred Harvey's vintage
You can tell by the.
first Red Hot issue. Yeah, vintage comic.
It feels
classics.
reprinted, to be honest.
It's a reprint.
Bi-monthly by Lorne Harvey.
Yeah, it says recollection
Can't
or
see.
recollection, so I'm guessing it's a reprint.
Well, it says 1963, but I don't believe that for a second. So
No,
that's,
no,
a
that's a
reprint.
reprint. That's a reprint.
That's a $2 something.
Yeah, it says recollection, so I'm guessing that's a reprint.
These are more of your
Plastic
reprints.
Man,
Darren.
Game of
Is
Death.
that a reprint?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
it, yeah.
Oh,
That-
and black and white. Ugh.
that's another kind of fanzine.
Yeah, Hero.
Yeah, yeah.
Hero special edition.
It's a nice cover.
Wasn't that by the same
Yeah,
people?
I've got a whole
That's
box full of
recent.
those. I'm thinking of
Mark,
taking-
did you want to lay claims to this one, or is this free game?
Batman Grendel.
Free game.
You want to see a Batman one of a kind, Darren?
Men
Yeah,
of
stick 'em
that
on.
is that is
Comic.
beautiful, Kyle.
If there's another one out there, no one I know has ever seen it.
Batman
This is a
Grendel
preview to the Batman Grendel 2 years before it came out.
black and white.
It's from the It's from DC to the distributor as an advanced copy. Predates the book by 2 years,
Wow, that's
and
cool.
it's basically the
It's showing the book
only one
wasn't
of
more
these I've ever
popular,
even heard of. Like only 3 or 4 of these went out for national distribution.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
That's amazing.
That's
How did
The
you
trouble
get
is,
it?
it's not a very well known book.
Pretty
though, is it,
close
that
to a
Batman
one-off.
Grendel?
Beautiful.
It's not
those are amazing.
yeah.
The Golden Legacies are about African American history.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah,
1969.
if you know Batman fans,
Carl, do you need to be on the big screen?
nope, I'm going downstairs unless
okay.
I do an ass over tet tumble.
50s terror. Oh.
And then
That's
we'll put you on the big
eternity.
screen and film it.
Now,
If you,
now
if
that
you fall on your
have,
butt, we're clipping.
That's it. Eternity Comics also doing pre-code horror reprints.
what I was telling you about with him is you've got all that provenance to those. Do you know what a lot of that stuff was used for?
Mm.
No.
Reference materials for writing the books on the history of that stuff.
Ah,
You're actually going through a box of reference material from the people that wrote the books on it.
right. Got you.
That's why they have a lot of those reference books and those 50s reprint historical things, because they wrote the book on it.
Right.
Hey, this is
They didn't write
interesting.
the individual comic, but they wrote the actual hardbound book on it. The history.
Cheers,
of it.
Mark.
Oh, I like this.
Cheers. Yeah, that's what I
Speaking
was
of
showing
those
you
Catholic
earlier. Yeah,
comics.
those are great. Yeah, those are like this, like Jeff J's copy.
Yep. And their paper
Oh,
covers.
right.
Oh yeah.
Where's the thing? 72, look.
Wow.
Yeah, summer 72.
Yeah, that's nice.
What kills me is it's not
Whoa,
issue
what's this?
27. It's volume 27, issue 7.
Number 7, yeah.
That had been going on for 27 years at that point.
Oh, those are great.
Well, that's
This feels
incredibly. Huh?
This
It's
feels
not original. It is original.
It feels like an original.
It looks like original. It has to be original.
Well, you're looking at a
1947.
wartime
Oh.
comic.
Yeah.
It's 1947. Oh, Mark, what's in the back of this?
Oh, you need to put that on my pile, please.
Bum 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 bum. Flash. Oh.
Yeah, on my pile, please. Oh, put it just so when they come up, I can just. There's some I'm definitely
Snatch
interested in. Yeah.
Hey, so I want to tell you guys something really weird about this store. So apparently these deer head, there's 3 of them. These
Same
deer head have
thing.
been up here for over 50
What
years,
issue is that?
and they're falling apart and they are gross. I wish we would take
Wow.
them down, but the owner thinks they add to the ambiance.
The ambience you want in a comic store.
Yes,
Is
exactly.
that issue 110?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's 1945.
Bill,
It
did
sure
you
is.
remember?
That's a wartime comic.
Bill,
It
did
sure
you remember
is.
to unlock the front door today?
113 was
What's
the
that?
last issue during wartime. 113 is dated August. I've got 113.
What's that, Gray?
I said,
Great.
did you remember to unlock the shop door today?
Yes, today I did. Thank you. Today I did.
The Phantom,
Alright.
Phantom.
No one's come in yet. That's what I was thinking.
from 1945.
People have come by, but they're looking for things I don't have. They want card protectors, and we haven't gotten those yet.
Doesn't mean anything to me, but might to you Yankee dudes.
No.
Is that Johnny?
Oh, yeah.
Johnny
Johnny.
Revolta?
Is that the Galloping Ghost?
Johnny Revolta? That's not a real name, is it?
What? John Travolta.
Who's the football player on the
Mark,
left
I've got
side?
some bad news for you.
What's the
Who's the
problem?
football player on the left side there?
Is it more
More Flash
More
Gordon.
Flash
Gordon.
Flash Gordon?
Oh well, yeah, and it's Alex Raymond stuff as well. Yeah,
I know there's some nudity.
Do you have all the King comics, Mark?
No,
Oh,
I wish I
wow.
did.
I've got a couple. I do
But
have
this
some.
is cool as
Right,
Popeye.
Let me go grab some off the wall. We have a few.
That's 1946.
The only King comics I want is the
what?
Mandrake reprints.
Mark's faves.
Oh yeah, Flash Gordon.
Pure
It's
Images.
modern.
Pure images featuring
Yeah, that's
Kal-El.
definitely modern.
Plus the birth of Marvel. It's gonna be a fanzine, isn't it?
Printed in Canada. Yeah, I think it is. Look.
Hmm.
And again, if you look at who wrote some of them stories, you're
Bill's
going
got
to
a
see
flash
some
book
familiar
on.
names.
Whoa,
Oh,
here's Bill.
absolutely.
Got a pile of stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Whoa,
I've got
look at
that is an original King. I've got all that. I've got the full series of those ones.
Oh, you do?
Beautiful.
Okay, so
Yeah, I've got all of them. They're
okay,
fantastic.
okay. We have 2 of these.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I've
Beautiful.
got all. I've got the full set of those.
You know
Yeah,
who drew these, right? Al Williams.
Al Williamson.
Fantastic. Who's
Yeah.
probably the only person that was as talented as Alex Raymond.
Yeah.
To draw the, and Mac Raboy took over after Alex died, and then Al Williamson took over after Mac
That's right.
Raboy died.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a few Shazams the other week.
Macro boy
Looks like we
sounds like
just
a shrinking
Oh, I
hero.
love those. I love those.
Just found another few.
You know why that's important? Because that's the first time the 7 deadly sins became characters. Oh, those are great. Oh, I love those.
What's the caterpillar thing called?
When I was in 6th grade, those were like the greatest thing in the world.
Mr. Mind.
I love. Oh, that one's
Mr.
great.
Mind, Mark.
That one has an amazing story drawn by Kurt Schaffenberger, who used to draw the original series back in the 50s. Oh, those are fantastic. I have
those looking reasonable, Nick, as well.
Yeah, they are. These would be, well, that one's a good one. I'd be very tempted to hit a very fine on that.
Really? Oh, yeah, with the spine intact like that? Oh, yeah. That's
spine's
amazing.
great look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Phenomenal.
I suppose the spine's a little bit faded from the sun.
I love them newsagent stamps.
Oh.
It's a run, this one. About 8 to 16.
Yeah. I've got a reasonable collection of Shazams, but I'm going to get my missing numbers out. So when I come and see you, I'll just put those to one side. I'll definitely be interested in some of those. Not
Modern.
that one. I don't want that
one.
I don't like that.
That's got to be a late reprint, isn't it? It's not original, is it?
Yeah, mega late. This is very, very modern. I can't even see a year, but it's very, very modern. I mean, look at the back. Look.
Is that the first Black Adam?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely
Marvel family. Yeah.
Another reprint.
The Kirby series.
Oh, that's great.
Here we go.
Gee, too bad that's not an issue.
Is that a Dynamic Forces thing on the top of it?
No, it's
That's
Millennium.
What they did
This is a
they
Millennium
picked out
edition
all
from
the
DC.
actual issues.
Oh, first appearance of Jonah Hex.
I actually have got the first appearance of Jonah Hex. I got it. I accidentally got it in an auction. It was stuck in a load of other comics.
Oh,
accidentally?
Yeah, it wasn't advertised. I didn't even know what it was. I was going to sell it for £3 on Whatnot, and I thought I had better check out what this was. And I found
I'll give you £4.
You'll give me 4, thanks.
These are all reprints.
Yeah, but those are the ones that they're selling only at Walmart's here. They sell those only at Walmart. Yeah,
no kidding.
In the States,
what, so you can't get them?
You can only buy them at Walmart. Yeah, I mean they're fantastic. Is that a reprint? That's gorgeous.
Yeah, loads of them.
How come he's got stuff you can only buy at Walmart?
They made a deal. They made a deal with DC, and they're at the register.
No, I mean, how has Darren got them? He doesn't have a logo.
Oh, I don't know.
I have
no idea.
Second hand.
This is all the same collection.
Sold them. They
still the same collection.
Aren't those great? I love those.
Hey, listen, give me a second.
We have that actual.
Oh, here he is! Look, what's he got?
Literally.
That's not mine's a reprint, but yours isn't.
The top comic on my reading pile.
That's the second snap of
no,
the
mine's
night.
a reprint as well.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Oh, it's the same.
Mine's a reprint as well. So.
Oh, dork.
Yeah.
I thought you had the original. Hey, Mark, I wanted to show you this real quick. I thought you'd get a kick out of this.
Oh, I like that as well.
So this is the first appearance of the Dragon Lady in the comics.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, nice.
Isn't that awesome? Just
That's
a
really
beautiful
nice,
cover. Milton Caniff.
What's the price on that?
Huh?
What's the price on that?
$129, but I'll give you a really good price on it if you want it.
Wow.
$1.29. That's fantastic.
Yeah, isn't that a steal on that? But
it's almost because of my £2.66 for my Creepy World.
It's a Harvey comic.
I definitely want the other 3 if you give me a reasonable price. Give me a reasonable price on that, and I might.
Oh, we will. I got you covered on that.
Oh, that's perfect timing, Greg. Got some more amazing, really, really old Flash Gordons here. This is going to blow you away.
I've got that one.
I'm only joking. That's very modern. I knew
Yeah.
you'd have this one.
It's not very modern. It's 80s.
Mid 80s?
Yeah.
80s?
It's not Al Williamson. That's an Al Williamson cover.
Oh, that's Al Williamson.
And there's a lot of
Do you-
Tarzan
do you
in the collection.
Not collect.
Wow.
Do you collect Buck Rogers as well, Mark, or just Flash
No.
Gordon?
No, just Flash Gordon.
Did you used to watch the black and white Flash Gordon on a Saturday
Doesn't
morning
Buck
when you was about
Rogers
10 years,
predate
6
Flash
years old,
Gordon?
Mark?
Yeah, I did.
Because I did. I loved it.
Sword of Sorcery.
Doesn't
This is
Buck
grey
Rogers
territory, isn't
predate
it?
Flash Gordon by a couple of years.
Farned and the Grey
That's
Mouser.
interesting, yeah.
Right, there you go. What comic did, which comic title did Farned and the Grey Mouser first appear in?
Oh, Sword and Sorcery.
No,
Is it Conan?
no. Where was the first appearance?
Oh, Fritz Lieber in Amazing
A Conan
Stories.
issue.
No,
Don't know.
it's Wonder Woman.
Or Red Sonja.
What?
Right.
Yeah,
I'm going to
Wonder
go.
Woman.
I did not know
Hold on,
that.
turn off
Yeah,
my camera.
picked it up the other day. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, what was the third comic you wanted besides the Dark Mansion?
There was those two, and there was what was the other one?
Was it Metamorpho?
No.
Let me look real quick and see if I can.
Metamorphosis mine.
Not Sergeant Fury, not Josie, not
No.
Bor, not none of these. Well,
What was the third one?
Aquaman. I got it.
Yeah, it was the Aquaman. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Aquaman.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. The Nick Cole, the Aquaman. Yeah.
I'm going to go put these to the side right now.
So the next 2 inches of comics are like Millennium. Do you want to see them, or do you want me to skip through them real fast?
Skip them.
Skip them.
We've
Skip,
all
skip,
either
skip.
got them or had them, or
Not keen on.
Okay.
Show them.
I'd rather see originals than reprints.
Originals
Yeah,
coming
me
in a
too,
second.
but can't always get that lucky.
Right, here we go. The next one, we've shown a set of this the other week, and Gray wanted number 5, so he's already one in his pile.
Oh, great.
Let me just tape this up, or it's going to damage him.
I wonder if Todd Klein did that logo. So I have to ask you guys, would any of you guys be interested in going to Comic-Con this year?
Yes, possibly, Bill. Remember what month is it?
It's July.
Yes, possibly.
Okay,
Fly me out.
because what I can do is I can get you. Well, I can get you a free pass, but I can also. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to try to do a panel and basically do what we do here in the panel, talking about the British and U.S. like collectors getting together and being friends. And I don't know. I have to make it more professional sounding than that, but.
I think I might be able to persuade. I think my mate Alan from Canada.
Yeah.
He'd probably come.
Oh, that would be great.
We've talked about meeting up at one of the comic conventions. So, yeah.
That would be
And then
fantastic.
And he's got one of the best
There you
comic.
go.
Oh, wow. Now that's interesting. I don't
Mignola.
remember that.
Mignola.
1940. Oh, that has to. Who did that cover?
Mignola did the Batman.
Mignola? Wow.
That's not that old. I've got one of them. We're going to have to wrap it up, guys, because Lisa wants to go to bed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been on a couple of 2.5 hours. That's long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done 2.5 hours already.
Do you want the last inch?
We've done 2.5 hours, and Bill still hasn't know.
We always
Ooh,
want the
that's what
last
she said.
inch, especially when you're only giving us 2.
Yeah. Don't ask Kyle a question like that.
Yeah, please don't. TikTok Tales.
Oh, I love that one.
That is
TikTok
great,
Tales.
isn't it? Oh, look at that cover.
I've got one of those.
That was early to mid 40s.
Yeah.
That one.
Ooh, that's mid 40s.
Oh,
My
and
Number
that's
favorite.
a
64.
wartime book.
That's
That's
early
pretty
40s.
old.
19 what?
That's wartime. That's 45.
44?
41, 1941.
41.
41.
Oh my God. Look at that sweet pea on the horse.
Oh,
Oh, these are beautiful.
this will be war as well. That's 1942.
Wow.
We're on the last couple now.
Did you get these from that same collection?
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Frank.
Magic. That's early.
That's gorgeous. Look at that.
1944, that one. That one's not quite so old.
No.
Early Blondie and Dagger.
Are those even worth anything?
Yeah, there's some people who buy them, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were-
look at that. Oh, look at
A1
that.
Comics out of Canada.
Yeah, but they stole that title from ACG. Wow.
We have a big stack of those
That's
here,
cool.
by the way. I'll show them off next week.
Nearly there.
Two Gun Kid. Oh, I like that.
I can see. Let me just dump these modern ones because there's a couple of old ones coming, I think.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
West End.
That's beautiful. We're hurrying. We're hurrying, Gray.
1951, that
Uh-huh.
one.
No worries.
Oh. 1949. And I think this is the last one now.
Oh, wow. What is that?
It's
Yeah.
got no cover on it.
Oh,
It's a coverless comic.
It's Dizzy and Daffy.
It's
And that's it.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Guys, it's been a great week. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank them for having me as usual, and thank Gray for putting up with us. Mark, great to have you back. Always Darren and Kyle most of the time when you're not doing poetry. And
Sorry,
Gray,
I'm so tacky.
I know you
My
are.
apologies for my horrible jokes and tackiness.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Gray. Good night, everybody. See
Good
you
night,
next week.
Lisa. See you next week, everyone.
Nighty night, Lisa and G.
good night, Lisa.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
See y'all next week.